Ini harus aman nih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Harusnya aman nih cuy. Harusnya aman nih. Please aman please. Please aman. Wah mantap mamba. Penggunaan udah digunakan. Oh, gua harus perpanjang ini, cok. Aman nggak sekarang nih? Ini udah settingan gue biasa nih. Harusnya aman ya, tapi kenapa obis gue masih merah ya? Kayak agak janggal gitu loh. Asli ini. Kayak agak janggal gitu obis merah, tapi kayak ada patah-patah gitu nggak? Kayak frame buffering manja. Ada nggak? 1080 nggak? Apa nggak? Oh aman ya? Boba Dead kita ada nggak suaranya Boba Dead? Oke aman. Jadi hari ini kita mau menonton match boom ya. Buat kalian yang mau tahu apa namanya bracketnya nih VLR. Telat nggak? Aman. Nggak telat kok. Buka baju ya. Canda. Nih jadi game awalnya tuh ada boom lawan trying our best. Jadi tadi gue udah lihat nih 3 bleed. Ini menurut gue lumayan ini harusnya jago ya, karena ada 3 pemain franchise kan. Ini Sun ini duelistnya lumayan, track recordnya setahu gue jago deh dia duelistnya tuh, kayak rush kayak anak muda gitu lah. Redla udah tahu lah, beberapa kali dia pernah PRX awal-awal kan. Jadi ya seharusnya ini nggak bisa dianggap remeh nih, apalagi ini gamenya cuma BO1 ya, kayak kelihatan BO1 gitu aja. B3 deh, B3. Halo Setret. Iya nggak ikut karena dia bleed, ini bukan bleed, dia nggak bawa nama bleed. Nah terus di bawahnya ada Fancy United sama Dominatus itu ada salah satu playernya adanya Aaron. Ada yang tahu nggak? Adanya Aaron. Yang namanya apa ya? Nama in-game ya? Golden Blue ya? Ada adanya Aaron. Nah, ini udah beda, Dominatus sudah beda player ya, bukan Rayak dan Valdin atau kawan-kawan. Naos, Pundamo. Ini gue jujur nggak tahu sih Pundamonium ini siapa ya? Aduh, jujur nggak tahu ya gue. Naos, harusnya Naos kuat ini. Kita nggak bisa ini ya, predik manja ya cuy. Oasis Filipin 2. Indonesia lumayan banyak sih. 3. Oasis lawan Dewa. Dewa siapa sekarang? Gak ada klip ya? Cuma 4 doang. Lah WTF apa WTF? Weh jangan tiba-tiba WTF cok. Gue kira DC anjir. DC nggak? Aman kan? Hah? Gue jadi takut gitu ya. Aman kan? Tai tuh ya yang FF. Jangan bikin kaget manja cuy. Tai tuh ya. Aman ya. Yang baik bilang aman ya. Konsolnya level buset. Kenapa marah-marah cuy? Jadi itu ya cuy, gue tuh Watch Party sebenarnya pengen tujuannya ya nontonin Boom sih. Gue penasaran banget nih, karena jujur player Boom beberapa gue udah pernah setim, kecuali Sido, Siro nih sama Rizky. Tiganya gue udah pernah kan. Budi di SEA Games sama Takel dulu juga pernah di Boom, Fikri di Persija. Wow, ada player tim luar nih. Diam-diam gak pernah stream. Enak, gajinya udah banyak dia. Gak butuh stream. Namanya Ngap Ior, dia udah masuk tim franchise cuy. Franchise ini South America. Dia masuk kalau nggak salah bareng ini deh. Coba kita lihat ya, franchise apa sih, NA ngomongnya apa sih, EMEA Amerikas. Dia tim apa ya? Furia kalau nggak salah Ior tuh, ditawarin Furia ya, bukan Leviathan bilang Aspas. Dia gue dengernya MLBR apa Furia gitu. Iya. Dia mau jadi Obrigado, Amigos. Itu cuy. Vamos. Kota-kota kentut naga lah. Menurut kalian nih, Boom bisa bantai 2-0 langsung gak cuy? Ini kan BO3 nih. Menurut kalian Boom akan bantai 2-0 apa enggak? Jujur line up Boom sekarang itu walaupun nih nggak ada satu player yang experience-nya banyak. Contoh experience banyak itu yang kayak pengalaman di inilah. Mereka nih masih anak-anak muda semua cuy ini. Paling tua berapa sih ini? Umurnya paling 23 ya? Si Do ya? Apa Fikri? BO3. Terus yang gua tahu colornya atau IGL-nya Siro. Dan second colornya udah pasti Budi dan Takel. Budi 42 ya? Oh iya, Budi 42, coba lihat aja nih mukanya. Tuh. Nah, bisa gak sih ganti fotonya? Lu tuh di Boom, Bud. Lu tuh Boomnya tuh ikhlas gak sih? Masuk Boom tuh ikhlas gak sih? Kenapa masih BTR gitu baju lu? Agak lain emang nih orang ya. Ayolah. Mana tuh lu Boom e-sport apa enggak sih? Minimal kayak Takel lah. Onik. Tim udah berapa? Ya ini kenapa Twitternya NC/lol? NC/lol. Kenapa harus ada lolnya jing? Nggak ngerti nih orang nih. Agak lain ya. Minimal udah lah, jangan but, jangan pakai jersey BTR loh. Ganti tuh. Boom bagus loh. Logonya keren coy, Boom itu. Udah berevolusi menjadi real. Bukan serigala, anjing rabies. Orang selalu bilangnya serigala kan, anjing rabies sebenarnya cuy itu. Iya, fotonya nggak diganti. Cewek nih. Jadi menurut kalian berapa? 2-1, 2-0? Nah, kita bikin pool aja kali ya, pool. Cuy, yang belum join member ya. Join member, nanti gue pengen ngadain kayak seminggu 2 kali gitu stream khusus member, entah kita mau ngapain gitu. Mungkin kita nggak main game tapi kita cerita-cerita, ngerti sih? Apapun lah. Kayak as a friend tapi gue jawabnya lewat chat gitu. Percuma member nggak jawab. Dibaca Bang Victor, buset dah. Jam berapa? Jam 5. Jangan marah-marah gitu dong Bang Victor. Astaga. Aduh, susah banget dah nama timnya. Singapore. Bednya hidupin. Oh iya, bed ya. Aduh, gimana sih settingnya bed? Streamlabs. Nobar sendiri atau seperti biasa lah. Mana ada yang mau nobar sama gue, cok. Gue hanya streamer kecil. Jadi kita sendiri aja kemungkinan ya. Gak ada yang mau nemenin, cok. Mana sih itu? Cloudbot. Betting. Ini loh. Terakhir game kita aja betnya ini loh. BME versus apa lagi nama timnya ya? Disingkat apa nih? Kita singkat apa cuy? Trying our best. Top ya. Topnya pakai B, aman nggak? Trying our best gitu ya. Bet option. Bet apa sih? Optionnya apa sih? BME. Bet BME. Apa ya? Ini apa? Optionnya apa? BME. Ini apa? Langka. Oh, boom. BME. Gini ya? Oh ya benar. Top. Try aja lah ya. Try kayaknya lebih bagus deh. Try. Aduh, kenapa huruf gede sih? Try. Jangan huruf gede cuy. Boom. BME. Gini aja cuy. Gini aman ya? Bisa nggak? Bisa nggak cuy? Coba. Harusnya bisa ya. Jadi kalau gue ya ngelihat line up boom sekarang ya, harusnya setiap ada perubahan roster itu pasti harusnya lebih baik, bener gak? Bener kan? Seharusnya ini 2-0. Tapi biar seru tipis-tipis lah, 13-10, 13-11 gitu loh skornya. Kayak kalau ada 13-2 tuh kayak agak ngantuk gitu, kayak males gitu loh nonton. Apalagi boom yang jadi 2, 13-nya ini, aduh. Tuh rasanya pengen off stream tuh cuy. Cloudbot hidupin bang. Apanya hidupin? Cok udah cok. Sebentar. Gimana hidupinnya? Cloudbot hidupinnya gimana? Itu, jangan itu. Di tengah. Itu atas. Itu. Cloudbot. Close betting udah. Di samping nama Cloudbot. Oh ini. Bilang dong. Dah. Udah. Kok mati lagi anjing? Lah. Cok kok mati lagi cok? Oh tutup dulu ya. Tuh udah. Tuh. Botnya kemana jing? Nah, bot is bug. Udah kan? Nih gua kasih kalian poin deh. Semuanya yang ada di sini. Giveaway nggak sih? Buset. Kasih loyalty ya. Add point to all viewer. Setting. Add point to all viewer berapa ya? Gimana ya cara lihatnya berapa ya? Nanti tiba-tiba 1000 nggak adil cok. Sabar anjir, sabar, nggak mungkin 1000. Ayo lo ya. Nightbot jangan dikasih poin. Nightbot terus gue hapus aja nih. Poin Nightbot gue kasih poin. Gue turunin aja 500 ya. Anjing nih Nightbot babi. Terlalu banyak gua. Kasih 200 aja, ini diklik aja cuy. Oh ini. Jangan 200 kebanyakan. nanti sepi yang nonton. Minimal cepet lah karena gue lagi berbaik hati. Cepet lah ya. Dah ya, cepet ya. Cepet lah, cincai lah, cepet. Cepet ya. Kenapa top, Ji? Nggak ada yang itu top. Try. Emang top ya? Bukan, Cok. Try. Kenapa jadi top, ada yang bad? Lihat poin. Lihat leaderboard. Terus? Kenapa leaderboard? Mana sih leaderboard tuh? Nggak ada loh tulisan leaderboard sini. Nah. Oh, tanda seru top tuh lihat leaderboard. Oke. Oh iya, topnya kan B ya, bukan P ya. Sorry. Sorry, buset dah, emosian banget dah. Heran gua. Ada di sini anti emosi ya. Ini dia coy, sens lah. Hah? Sabar, kenapa tackle nick kayak gitu? Kalau gue sih, gue tuntut loh ESL. Gue nggak suka loh nick salah gini coy. NC Salser. Wah, kalau gue sih, gue protes jing. Nick gue udah capek-capek gue buat dari bawah nih. Ini ibarat karir lu nih, nick itu tuh karir kita loh. Salser tuh siapa, Cok? Wah, masa iya tak? Wah, gue sih tak. Salser tak, gue, wah kacau dah tak. Lihat tuh, semua nick orang bagus. Salser dong tuh. Wah, agak lain emang. Budimester udah pensiun. More yang ada. Ayo gue ingatkan sekali lagi, jangan lupa join membership, oke? Biar seru coy. Nanti kita adain live khusus membership. Kadang misalnya ada beberapa live, nanti gue cuma masukinnya membership only gitu. Oke? Buat kalian yang membership manja, nanti kita di top. Biar kayak streamer yang lain gitu. Budimester udah tamat. Noob. Budimester tuh nick noob. Live RP enggak bang di membership? Itu sabi juga tuh. Main roleplay tapi membership only gitu. Boleh. Boom, ban Sunset. Itu udah kemungkinan itu perma ban karena mager di Sunset. Paling Budi bilang malas gua main di Sunset. Boom, pick Lotus. Nah, Lotus. Ya, Lotus gampang cuy. Udah gua kasih wejangan dulu. Lotus. Basic map ini Asen, basic map. As we have been seeing as well, favoritism on the harbor, lots of options over there. I know the deadlock's not as. Ayo jangan lupa di bet manja, seru-seruan aja ya bet manjanya ya. Para lu gong, muka lu kayak tai rekti. Betnya bang, yuk lama nggak live apa aja yang lama nggak lihat live. Kayaknya kamu yang lama nggak lihat live. Gua karena gua live terus setiap hari. Setiap hari minimal 4 jam apa? Alexandra, kamu kemana aja kocak?
Is that really the reason why they brought out that Lotus, right? Just to kind of create that confidence right now.
Ini mau per map apa per game kelar? Per map aja kali ya, per map ya. Per map kali ya. Aman ya, per map. Gua setting dulu deh biar aman. Per map ya. Karena gue tahu lu pada pasti betnya boom juga cok. Biasanya kalau nggak bet apa nggak pasang di boom itu agak pasti
players such as Berserks, who I felt
haters,
like was so
masa kita nggak Indo
underpowered
Pride manja
during
cuy.
the official Ascension tournament a couple of months back.
Nggak
I
bisa
don't know if
lagi
you're
ya.
gonna be agreeing with that, but
Nggak
it
bisa,
did feel like he was
Oke,
stumbling
udahlah.
a lot in one
Ini
in
per map ya.
some of those clutch
Lotus doang.
Yeah, and it was mostly Blaze King's tournament.
Lah
actually.
notifnya nggak masuk bro. Wah kacau
He
emang.
got picked up by that global esports roster in the Pacific League. It's for Boom right now, trying to bring back
Nggak,
their
nggak
glory days.
live,
We
nggak
saw
live.
them clutch it out
Udah lama
against
nggak live.
Lapis in the Indonesian Challengers League. The fact they made it far in the Ascension tournament, but we always expect Boom to be the best and brightest from Indonesia, and they need to rebuild it. And again, against very familiar faces that did technically beat them in the official circuit.
Yeah, it's just a story of what happens now, right? Again, it's,
Aku all-in, mantap ya kamu all-in.
It's just a circle that keeps going on.
Kamu
and on
anaknya
and on,
gamble
and we'll have
banget
to
ya.
see how
All-in
that
gitu.
story continues before we begin in this first game. In any case, I've been just saying again that I'm just so excited to see how this goes. Now, looking into it, just focusing lasers
Buset.
on the
Itu kenapa
agents,
bisa
nothing out of the
bet
ordinary.
10.000,
Keep
Jir?
a little bit of that protection. You got the double
Famos
controller
memakai
here
res pasti
for
duelist.
possibly
Takel
Victoria
oke
does
aman.
select that Omen, which gives them a
Oke,
lot
ini
of options on
masih
the
masuk
offense
akal.
and double,
Semuanya masuk
duelist
akal
here.
cuy.
Actually, for
Agent-agentnya
Thunder
dan
Burst,
line up-nya.
Surprising because Sanity
Wow!
love to play
Ini
that
baru,
duelist
Cok.
together, and you know how strong this
Ini
front line
baru.
can be. I'm really thinking
W
right now, what will
chat
Tiger
ya,
Beast do without
untuk
Crazy
Lamka
Dragon
ya.
Aaron hovering on that Omen is
Lamka udah banyak duit jing.
pick in that breach. And
Udah
it's
jadi
all about Tiger
editor
Beast
handal
esports, because let's be
para
real, this
top
is a
player
squad
di
that
Indonesia,
has
Cok.
those players from that
Lamka
roster.
udah,
But at
wah
the same
waktunya
time,
nggak sih Lamka?
you mentioned the struggles a while
Isi
ago,
full
that they might
milestone.
not have the usual pieces
Jangan lupa
shot
ucapkan
calling
terima kasih
or
kepada Lamka ya
understanding
cuy,
the map
yang
that
sudah
they had
dapat
in that main team
membership.
roster. So trying our best, they do have to try their best, especially overpowering Boom Esports, who's running famous on that front line.
Here's also something that's interesting. Berserks, who at least has played
Styron
two
yang main.
roles in the past for,
Kan bukan Crazy Guy
for
cuy.
Boom here. That's the duelist and the
Nah,
initiative
gimana cerita
is
sih
gonna
ini?
go for the killjoy. Again, I know that Famous has played as the duelist on the teams that he has done before. So this is at least maybe an adjustment. Again, we have seen as well some duelist players actually hover back onto the Sentinels, just because you do have that potential to lurk. You still have the potential to isolate for 1v1s if you're going to try to get solo map control. So kind of interesting to see here from Boom.
I mean, it's something that he's been playing from time to time there. And especially that you have NC Slasher right now on that roster, who's really a fabled initiator back in the Indonesian scene. So Berserk is the one adjusting into
Nah,
that
gitu
role
loh.
instead for this map. They're also playing
Mulai,
control,
cuy.
I believe, with the Viper and the Omen. Something that
Untuk
they
sekarang kalian bisa
don't
fokus
work
dulu
on
nggak sama
all the
game?
time, but I'm really
Jadi kita
excited
bisa
because this is the
menganalisa, cuy,
beginning of our C
cara
qualifier, a full
Boom
week
sekarang
past
main
ride,
kayak gimana.
being together, watching these games, double elimination.
Fokus
So
dulu ya,
while in the upper
fokus.
bracket, if you lose, you still have a chance, but later on,
Welcome
one
yang
slot is
dapat
up for
membership
grabs.
dari Lamka.
Oh, so excited. I cannot wait to get this started. It has
Yeah.
been months since I've actually gotten to catch something. I'm sorry, guys. I know. I'm just happy to be here. Anyways, let's get started. There's the combo started here from Boom
Anjing,
Esports.
Lamka GG, Cok.
And as I mentioned, Berserk's already on the lurk.
Oh,
here
main
on
cepat,
the board.
ah.
As the rest of his teams try to go for that
ketahuan,
A control.
bisa
Berserk's trying
balik.
to isolate the fight here.
Harusnya
Maybe
Berserk
into a five
regroup ke
versus
A.
versus four. If he does get caught out, as you can see, one of the players, the Jet, already hovering somewhere on C-Long.
I mean, he's anticipating the aggression. And now Neff here with the shot. Redla actually probably Moria.
Pat on
Famous
pat.
in return, making it 4v4. But Boom Esports, they've crawled their way towards that site, and the plant will go down.
And we'll go down indeed. Famous around the corner. Neff is hiding. The flash does give away his position.
Ambil
but
CT nggak sih?
how near
Nah,
it is,
nice,
they might
nice,
not
nice.
know. Berserk is still holding the position here on Rubble. If
Oke,
they hold on,
Berserk.
that is gonna buy them some crucial
Gak apa-apa, dia
time
dapat
back,
satu.
as the rest of the attackers actually
Wah, nice
hold
banget
on
ini
to
ambil
it.
CT.
This could give them
Ini bagus banget ini.
angle that, well, the defenders will just not know about.
Harusnya menang Boom.
Who's using the
Karena
map
mereka
so well,
kontrol
and now
CT-nya,
Famous
jadi
on
nggak
the
di-set
flash.
semua.
Neff might not see this
Fikri,
coming
Fikri,
whatsoever.
1, 2,
Perfect.
oke, granat.
Push from Boom gives the off-angle
Oke.
value. Great for Famous. Shiro's on the board as
Itu
well.
dia
And
loh.
Boom Esports, they
Ini
take
baru
it.
awal yang bagus,
Is a
Jing.
glimpse of Indonesian Valorant for you. Very controlled, very aggressive, and just the timings is just.
Wah, ini red
chef's
dapat,
kiss.
Cok.
Now, in any case, really love the pinch there. No, I don't know where you're laughing, but
Dude, I know you've been cooking recently.
I know.
You've been so proud of your healthy meals. that
Gambarnya
you've been
telat,
making all
Raka.
the off-season.
Ya udah biarin aja lah ya.
to the game.
But okay, you know what's been cooking here for Boom Esports? They play double controller in
Gua udah
other
pusing
maps.
juga.
Not this one. They used to play
Ngambil A
Reach and
cepat,
Sky
enak.
together. The adjustment though, with that extra bit of smoke value, they're really getting into places that trying our best doesn't see coming.
Absolutely. And again, they don't really have to have that many initiators here, as long as they have that Omen as well to kind of help the flash slash smoke situation with the Sky. It's actually working quite well because they can just burst through those smokes if they want to. And if it gets a little bit too hairy, as they segment the fights right here, as you can see, they can just smoke it off and take it a little
Oh,
bit
cut
slower.
nice. Mantap banget nih.
Smoke
Demen gue yang kayak gini-gini nih.
right now while they play
Nos,
the waiting game.
mantek-mantek
Sandal and
dulu.
Jumpy gets the intel that this is a likely
Nggak
hit
buru-buru
from Boom
masuknya.
Esports. Trying our best. A different
Masih ada
plan
utility
right
apa?
now. On
Eh, ini
site,
mana
waiting
utility
as
nggak
Zach.
kelihatan HUD-nya, cok.
Juicy.
Wah, nipu nih.
Wanting to over-aggress whatsoever, but this patience play from Boom Esports, they're navigating their way now here towards the B side. Neff is gonna be that first contact.
Okay.
Shiro whittling him down very quickly.
Masuk,
Spectre. Next
mantap.
on the list is Boom Esports getting another one. The SMG
Mantap
value here,
banget.
getting so close.
Apakah
getting
ini
so many
flawless?
kills, and this is their side to take.
Perfect timing on the nades as well. Saw the KJ was like, if I back away, I'm going to take damage.
Emang
If I
bukan?
push
Lah.
forward, I'm just going to have to YOLO it and maybe hit a shot, which he did not. So that means that our last two players going to have to take it slow. Spotted. There's really
One enemy remaining.
no peace of mind to just push
Yeah.
into the side. Every angle covered.
And the first two rounds have proven Boom Esports very structured right now.
Ada nggak?
in terms of their
F5 coba,
play.
cuy.
They're
Bisa
looking
nggak?
to bring out some of the strengths of their new additions, but try and play a different way.
Aman nggak,
they
cuy?
had Blaze King.
Di
when
gua
they
nggak
had
kenapa-napa
someone
loh.
else playing that
Tiba-tiba hilang.
sentinel role from time to time. I'm very interested
Viewernya
right now
tiba-tiba
because
hilang.
Boom, they love to play that utility. They love to play the angles, but there were some very fast hits before from Famous and Berserks if he was there in the initiator role.
Wah,
Right now,
itu
it's
gua
so much control.
ditegor
that
kah
Boom is
sama
utilizing against
Mark
some of their best.
Zuckerberg?
Yeah. Of course, those 2 rounds.
Suara gua masih putus-putus.
Not really any measure of the firepower yet for trying your best. Now that they have the
Yeah.
rifles, we'll see how that goes. We all know how it
Yep.
works.
Yeah, I always say this is where the game really begins. Third round,
True.
you have guns on both sides, and on the bonus here, Moria
Wah,
actually navigating
gila.
straight to the side. Styron! And in the sea of green, it will be the Omen getting a little bit of value there.
Corner?
Now then, 5v4 corner, as you mentioned, Sand and F still fighting
Oh.
on back. Berserks though,
Tinggalan dua.
bringing the damage. And Boom Esports, they're trying to make their way towards B, but here on upper, it's still Neff in position. Moria, such a bother though. He was able to just navigate through the Viper wall and smoke just to get the angle. Spam here from Neff also, but Boom Esports. they
Anjir, sabar
wanna
banget nih,
give
Juicy.
up The element of surprise. They're waiting right now for the opportunity. Neff is still here though on upper.
Ini
That's
Boom
right,
bagus
2v1
sih.
technically. Juicy waiting for the flank to happen.
Woody
Smart
by
from
itemnya
Moria
bagus
too.
juga. Oh,
Just
belum
waiting for
plan
Juicy
soalnya.
to actually start making noise on B before Moria pushes up. So that means.
Aduh.
Oh, but it doesn't mean anything
Oh.
because Neff just hits the shot with the Guardian through the.
Budi
smoke.
jadi harus make a play.
Absolutely
Mampus.
boggling, and he actually held out his
Nice
knife.
banget,
This
Bud.
is not
Nggak
looking
maju,
too
Bud.
good for Juicy here. Maybe
Ah,
rotation
cakep.
from the Viper all the way to the A side.
Yeah.
And Shiro's gonna have that
30
access
seconds left.
onto that, and because he set up at the start of the round, way at the start of the
Yeah.
round, his utility,
Spike planted.
this A side is Viper's.
Pasti
domain.
emang
This is
dua
very
atas
for
bawah.
Juicy.
It's perfect right now here for Boom Esports. They have the 2 controllers. Juicy has to figure out where these guys are positioned. Using the audio cue towards the doorway. Might be able to isolate the fight here versus Moria. But he backs away now towards the site. Looks for the tap if ever that can be an opportunity.
One way Budi nih.
Every single corner here, Asarai. While Boom Esports is just away from this site here. Waiting to open that doorway if ever.
Budi one way nih.
Poison
Ah,
bots
kan?
there. Boombot now into play just to give him a bit of
Ah.
cover. But of course, Moria has the angle. He sets it up and he knocks it down. 3-0. Bonus one for Boom.
Absolutely deadly there. And here's another quick little tidbit. At the start of that round as well, you saw where the setup from Shiro was with the toxic everything. Because Styron pushed up into that, the Omen of
Awal yang
Valor
bagus cuy. Inilah kenapa Boom
passive damage, which made
memilih
Moria's push
Lotus.
even more easy to get that pick. Just
I mean, he had more HP to work with, basically,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Wins the duel, opens up the site, and especially that timing. versus Nef, if I remember correctly, since he had the angle towards the corner of upper and Juicy was tucked away instead, got a free pick, and that's what Boom Esports has been doing
Tido,
so far.
langsung ngomong, ayah diambil.
Again, around the map.
Langsung ambil
Boom is just
cek.
playing big brain right now.
Enak cok.
Set up
Lotus.
Hero again on A just to make
Lagi
everybody
ngayong
look
ya.
the other direction, but they got
Mati
options.
red lah.
Are going to be plentiful as they have themselves great real estate for that C site.
Udah.
Yeah, of course. And right now they're planting their flag firmly on C. Spikes down, and they're gonna go for post plant on Rubble. This is already such a strong start for Boom Esports, trying our best.
Lotus
Has not
ini bisa
looked their best
simple
form so
play aja.
far, but maybe
Enaknya
if
gitu.
Nef and Juicy can find the play from those halls, it might get a catch onto Famous if ever, but he's waiting now. Paranoia avoided by Famous.
Jagonya map apa? Waduh. Ada di Bama loh, Pis Bama.
Juicy wants to push it and actually gets rid of Zero. So big pick here from
masa
Juicy.
iya
Standing
kritik?
up on the board.
Hey,
Close quarters.
ayolah.
We're trying our best is winning, but it's a 1v1 now. Low HP though.
Rizky!
For Omen
Ah,
Star, trying to
itu
find
dia,
the
bro.
angle, but Berserks was ready for it. Classic is all he needs, and Boom Esports gets a fort.
Great
Ini
isolation
dia loh.
from trying your best.
Kalau
to
jagonya di
at least
Kings Canyon.
deal with Famous first before anything else, but it all still went the way of Boom, especially with that 2-kill clutch from Berserks. Now looking quickly into the ultimate department, Famous, Moria, Berserks nearing their big hitters here, and this is going to be very difficult for trying your best, especially now that they've also committed
Soalnya
the
apa?
operator for Zan. One wrong step, and that's so much map control lost.
Idealnya si Hero.
But you could say
Tahu
the
gua
same
ya,
right
cuma
now
nggak yakin.
For Boom Esports, they
Ooh.
slow peek San. They're
Uh-huh.
pretty much dead to rights, and the jump peaks 1 and 2. I
Missed
don't know if I'm
opportunity.
watching. Dude, I don't know if I was watching Bananas in Pajamas or something, because they just hop around like that, coming down the stairs, moving up now towards that A site. And overall, Boom Esports, they now know, they have the intel rather, for the operator. They're gonna look to find another place to call home.
Oke, dia cek A.
And
Ini mainnya santai gitu loh, kayak
Bananas in Pajamas.
main control map.
No,
bagus
I
sih.
have no
Main-main
reference. I
kayak
actually
gitu.
forgot
You got
what that
that.
show
Dia
was
ke
about.
B, padahal A-nya
It's a
dapat
kid
mundur.
show, man.
Yeah,
There's
but I
no-
forgot what it's about, you know? Not like
Udah,
the
di sana lagi.
Big Bear and the Big Blue House. Or, yeah,
Ah.
Big Bear and the Big Blue House. Anyways,
Yeah, that's
big push on the B side.
Yeah, sad stories there, but right now, Famous, even sadder, doesn't find anyone with
Temenin,
the
nah!
Siren, though, in an angle here to fight, but the flash connects, and Moria takes advantage.
Oke, Takel
Plan
dapat
goes
aling.
down. It's 5v4 for Boom, and I love how they prioritize
Ah,
this B
bebetan.
side
Ini
just to get rid
bagus nih
of the
setupannya,
operator
bet-betan nih.
value. 3 coming in from the waterfall
Lah,
side here.
jangan ditinggal
One
dong.
on the flank if ever, and it's Moria on that first contact alongside
Ya, nggak ada
Berserk.
yang
Juicy,
refract.
though. Big pick, Nef on the board as well. The firepower is there from trying
Wah,
our best.
untung
But right
aja.
now, the angle's better from Berserk. Juicy flies high. Shiro can't fight back, and it's now 2v1. Explosive here from Juicy, but will it be?
Nah.
Probably not, as Famous has his number, and it's 5 in a row for Boom now.
There was an inherent risk there.
Itu
for
setupannya
Boom,
udah
but
bagus loh.
Spike on
Untung
that,
Shiro dapat 2
uh,
itu CT-nya.
safe position near the center of the B site, because again, you have to have bodies on the site itself. You cannot leave that site. You have to fight for it, and that's where trying your best did what they could. Unfortunately, there was just so
Hampir
many
busuk
angles and so
manja
many
gitu, Cok.
players still healthy at the end of it that Juicy, again, with the limited time that he had to force it 2 versus 1 as quickly as he could, but just couldn't find the picks.
And trying our best, you can see that they can shoot back if they have the sideline.
Oke, ambil
But
A.
there's not Boom Esports, just in incredible positions. And such a good answer with the double control versus the double duelist.
OTP.
Anjing Budi TP situ ternyata.
As you mentioned, over on the staircase,
Nice,
in
bud.
the shadows, and timing everything yet again for Boom.
Ini dia loh, Budi
Opportunity
loh.
made with that first pick. They're trying to go for that A site, but the Rolling Thunder going to be the answer. Nef making a play by himself, gets the pick onto the spike bearer, so that's going to stall
Nice.
Boom Esports and their push. NC Slasher though with the answer back. It's 4v3 for now, and Styron and the rest of the crew trying to
Aduh,
hold down A.
smoke-nya
Moria though,
habis.
oh the timing on that smoke.
Bisa
has
ke B,
Boom
bisa ke B.
getting away from that site now.
Yang kecil malah.
Truly, as the dust settles, 3
Cakep nih,
versus
cakep.
3, so many
Ini cakep,
things
cuy.
happening there, and at the end of the day, it's just going to be a run straight on to the C site. KG Util, ooh, I think he was able to save the turret too, so that's going to be up and running for the next couple of seconds. Quick little use of the Seekers just to get that bit of information already. That's going to dictate where Boom is going to place themselves on the post. Time not really in the favor of trying your best, so they have to run quickly into the site to start moving for this retake.
And as it's
Takel ngambil ngambil space. Aduh. Slasher bukan slasher tadi, Salser. Kewal nih Salser.
Alongside Famous,
Buruk
still
sekali,
playing
Jing.
towards Mount Juicy, taking chip damage along the way.
Nice.
And who dares peek? Famous will answer. There's the
Boy!
first, there's the second, and there's the third. 6 now for Boom.
The real goat, anjing.
Here, Asarai.
And you could
Barudak
really see
Bandung
the,
ini.
the disconnect from trying your
What?
best. No one cleared the Nano Swarm. They did get that pick on the player hiding on top C, but it still wasn't enough. They knew that they had to run in, find the last 2 players, but again, there was still enough post-plant shenanigans that Boom
Keras
Esports
anjing Basran
had
nih.
that could just
Anjing.
buy them as much time as they can. And again,
Lemon.
best to just say YOLO and, look for the kills rather than just diffusing that spike.
Yeah,
Kok nggak
it's
ikut,
not
Kang?
the point
Enggak.
we're making so far. Yes, you have your bleed
Nggak punya
talent,
tim,
we're
Bang.
trying our best.
Nonton
It's
aja.
still a different team, and perhaps without a bit of that leadership, it's a struggle here for trying our best to coordinate compared to what Boom's been doing so far. Styron though
Itu
looks pretty
dia.
fast. They line up for him, but the firepower's there for Boom instead. Big pick now from Berserks. Neff though with the utility to try and keep them at bay. TP out from Moria as Boom navigate away yet again where Shiro's waiting.
Pasti dicek
Man,
kan.
you think that you
Loh.
get the one up against
Cakep.
Boom at some point, but it hasn't happened at all. And it's been
Tipe-tipe
6
main-
rounds already.
Tipe-tipe
Big
Boom
struggles right now
kalau
for
mainnya
trying
kayak
their
gini
best.
ya, ini udah
You can
pasti
see already
dia menang
Neff
mapnya,
is
Cok.
just so afraid of what might be
planted.
coming, and maybe even an extra lurk. here
Mainnya
for Boom. You
control
just
map.
don't know what they're gonna try to do, but Boom, they play the safer game. Just play as a full 5 already.
Rame yang
Got the
control
side,
map
got
dapat
the numbers,
1,
and
yang
try your
satunya
best.
nyelip,
Realizing this,
dapat rotasi,
they're like,
rotate, dah.
Yeah, we saved it.
Udah nggak bisa di
Yeah,
counter
this
kayak gitu.
Viper setup has
Kalau
been
map-
working time and time again.
map
Asarai.
3 set gitu.
Whether it's
Apalagi
Moria
rotasinya
using
jauh.
it, whether it's Shiro using it, that one lurking controller player has given so many openings for Boom, not just on A side, but even across the map as Neff sees the guiding light. He's looking for an exit or two while the rest of the team saves. It's been such a struggle here for trying our best. Boom. is
Ayo,
just
like-nya,
looking to
like-nya.
be that
Dan jangan lupa join
well-coordinated
membership.
machine
Bam.
that we expect from
Lumayan.
them.
Yeah, and you mentioned it as well.
Ini
right?
live aslinya di ESL.
There's just so many options with the Shiro
ESL
Viper
Asia.
wall on A that you can even it can even influence the C site just because it gravitates the rotation of the defenders. And since Lotus is that 3-site map, there's just so many places that 5 people can't really fortify unless they're really just absolutely cracked. But we have seen at every start of the round, they just get it.
Lamka gift lagi tuh buat Advi biar dapat ya.
Right, because you said it yourself. 3-site map, it's pretty much par for the course that the defense will be spread out. And
Ini udah
Esports
paling
has
best
taken
banget ya.
advantage of every nook and cranny that they can put
Ayo,
themselves in.
jangan
They also have
diganti
the lock on
temponya
to utilize.
selagi masih
We'll see
menang.
if there's any adjustment, really.
Mainkan
Since
terus
Boom has been
tempo-tempo
winning
manjanya
round
itu
after
ya.
round, there has been no need for Shiro to
Mantap,
change up
4-1,
his setup.
4-1.
True.
Udah
That's 7
kayak
rounds in a
ini,
row
Cok.
that he's
Angkot
got the Great Wall of Shiro on the A
4-1,
side.
4-1.
We can call it that for at least right
Yeah,
now.
Ulti,
Alright,
oke.
I like it.
Locked out on B.
No, of course.
Mhm.
I mean, we've been waiting for it. He
Aduh,
needs
di granat
that bit of a
manja
space to
ini.
work with. Beautiful paint shells now. Calling the
Udah
attention
diantisipasi,
of
Cok.
Boom
Oh,
Esports,
dia
who
ke
does
gerak
navigate
kece.
away from C.
2-1 round.
2 lawan 5,
They should
2 lawan
notice
5.
The doorway open for those
Oke,
paint shells.
sisa
Sandals
sendiri
operate.
sana.
That's the big mystery. The
What's
Trailblazer
this?
just
Ah,
gets
busuk,
sent
Jeng.
back. Play
Ini
it.
dia loh, takil loh.
A single tap to the head is enough to dull those blades.
Heal, heal, heal.
Boom Esports yet
Nah.
again. They have the advantage, and of course,
Chill dulu,
with the
chill dulu.
patience, they back
Nah,
away from
ganggu-ganggu.
That's so
Pasti
frustrating too, though.
orang
you already
A-nya
deal with the
aware
bomb,
sama
and there's
satu
the
orang nih, nggak
flasher,
kelihatan nih
other
Shiro
than
di mana
coming
nih.
out from Moria. What are you supposed to do? And now, again, they still have some time figuring things out. They look like they wanted to go for the A site. but
Tiga
there's a
album
call
Shiro,
to just
setahu
have the
gua.
full
Nanti gua
four
tanya deh.
basically do a quick push onto B. The flashes are
Oke,
there,
ke
the
B.
setups and everything. There's no
Rachel
need
masuk.
anymore from Juicy
Aling.
because he broke
Aduh.
the Killjoy ultimate a while ago. And now they're gonna have to go through the B
Ah,
grinder.
what
and
the?
Juicy
Oh,
gets
mati,
two.
mati, mati, mati. Bisa
Oh,
bisa
he's
kece, bisa
there.
kece.
That's
Wuh,
so big
2 lawan
for
2.
DC, and now
Masih
Berserk
bisa
will
menang,
answer.
winnable.
2v2 you mentioned,
Sabar,
but
sabar. Oke, gila
Good
Shiro
right
bagus banget, Jing.
now.
Shiro bagus banget.
Styron's just
Nahan
waiting
angle
for
dia.
it there, Asarai.
Ayo, lah, siap boy.
Here versus Styron. So close.
Ki.
But Styron, oh, it's a safe plant. Can't find
Ki,
the angle.
oke,
Knows it's there.
jam
No
spot
jumping
dulu,
from Berserk.
mantap.
Gets the intel.
Kontak Shiro, swing manja.
There's a 2v2
Kontak
again.
Shiro, swing manja.
Now Swarm though into play.
Shiro dapat satu.
Such a good angle, but Styron.
Satu,
gets
satu.
the
Ih.
battle. 1v1
Itu
down,
dia,
and
Kak.
Berserk goes insane with a 3K at
Berserk
the end.
is back,
Pulls
ya.
the line down and keeps Boob's record perfect.
Wow.
Itu coy,
Okay.
itu dia loh
Credit
yang
is
bagus
due,
itu.
Trying your best. Juicy, crazy 2-hit headshot with the
Oh iya, iya.
to stop
Share
them
manja
from
dulu,
going
cuy.
to the B site. Neff as well. dipping his hand in
Copy,
that
copy.
just to make sure they can fend them off. That was a solid chance, probably one of the best chances that we could have maybe seen from trying your best to hit around. But Boom Esports, they're not gonna get denied. Berserks is in form here. He is not losing any fight whatsoever, whether he's high HP or low.
He heard you call you out, you know? He heard
Ini asli nih, bukan gua, bukan internet gua. Lihat tuh. Masih lancar kan? Ini dari streamnya ya, coy.
Holding down the line, gets hit by the paranoia. Shiro trying to navigate through, but the swings from the two controllers yet again, the pressure just mounting versus trying our best. They can't handle it.
Dari streamnya ya, bukan gua. Oh, kita harus fokus cok 3 lawan 3, 3 lawan 3. Smoke-nya kok kayak gitu sih? Ngelek ya? Kiri dapet cok, ternyata gua kira enggak. Observer! Yang bener dong itu! Itu kan jadi nggak kelihatan cok, sorti siapa yang menang. Masa harus lihat kill feed? Wah, agak ini. L observer nih, L.
As well as just the control that they have on the site. It's more of like they just plant themselves somewhere and see if the seeds will grow. But this land, it ain't fertile, man.
Yeah.
Ini dia coy, Pamozin dan Berserk.
Every single angle.
Oke, ganggu C lagi.
And trying our best. Hasn't found anywhere to bloom from.
Mati. Nice banget.
Bisa.
Udah bareng. Itu di
bawah.
Itu dia. Kenapa jadi L streamer? Kocak. Gak ngerti ini orang nih. Agak lain. Ayo 5 lawan 3, 5-3. Udah tinggal cari posisi, crossfire udah. Harusnya 10. Oh, jiggle. Oke, ketahuan. Pak jangan nakal tak, gue tinju lu ya. Salser. Agak lain nih Salser ini. Untung lu dijagain lu.
And boom, again and again. When there's one, there's a second. And now they have 10 because of it.
Man, it just feels like
ini loh, coy.
Boom
Esport ini loh.
There's an extra person right behind them. You're
ready for Ascension 2024, coy.
Of being behind his teammates. Like
kalau mainnya kayak gini mah,
you know, if they get shot from the front,
welcome to ntar ada yang ngepost Twitter. Welcome to franchise kayak Blade kemarin kan. Welcome guys.
The first map of our C close.
Kenapa ada Dina Jing? Oh iya.
Here's got the setup right there. There's the nade. They see basically
Din traktir makan dong Din. Setidaknya beliin makan lah. Lapar.
But here's another thing. He picked up the spike. If Zan or anyone else from this push from trying to
siang.
gets him, that's going to be the spike down.
Nice info. Chill dulu. Oke, tungguin. Juicy akan nakal nih, Bud. Pantek, Bud. Jangan lihat minimap ya. Woi! Agak lain nih emang orang. Wow! Itu dia, coy. Famozin. Santai-santai 2 lawan 1. 2 lawan 1 jangan gegabah ya, Adik. 3 lawan 1 malah. Jangan gegabah ya, santai aja. No terus klub ya. Mantap Din ya. Kamu kasih apa dia bisa sejago ini Din? Makanan ya? Atau minuman?
But then just nothing's clicking, man. Nothing's working.
We've been saying it already, trying our best.
Itu dia, hampir saja.
But unfortunately for them, the coordination of Boom Esports is just second to none. They haven't dropped a single round here on the attacking side. Asarai.
Kenapa jadi kemana-mana pikiran babi itu kan makanan atau minuman,
They have so much money to work with on the last round even. And sure, the Guardians have gotten some kills for trying our best. Yes, we have seen some good plays from Nef, from Juicy, but
ini dia loh, 11-0 mainnya 13-0 nggak sih?
Okay. There's a
siapa yang setuju 13-0?
Lotus is heavily attacker sided, so maybe we could see at the flip of the round, trying your best get a couple here, but I mean, at least is ridiculous because it is
mantap.
Maybe be a 12-0. We'll see at the 11-1. Trying your best can get that value on the Guardians as you were mentioning.
Oh, rame cuy. Bot nggak sih? Balik. Rame. Cherry tech udah. Ada ulti
Never mind.
Oh, bukannya itu si Try anjing. Gua kira dari take manja dong dia pakai ulti. Shiro sendirian baik tuh. Gak ada yang bantuin Shiro. Granat Fikri sih bisa ngancurin. Gak apa-apa. Yang penting Shiro bisa. Oke, one way Budi mantap ya. Aduh, ditembusin lagi. Harusnya Fikri nggak ketahuan nih. Mantap, 12-0. Ini dia loh coy. 13-0, mantap. Ayo pistolnya ya 13-0 ya, ya bisa yo.
There was a chance there from trying your best. They're starting to get all the frags necessary, and then just out of nowhere, again a haymaker, a counter swing from Boom Esports.
Ini pembantaian Jok namanya.
Again, a
Ini tuh
13-0 on the
takut
first
di
map
warning
here
coy
on
sama
Lotus.
YouTube kalau ada pembantaian
Very
ini.
likely from how Boom has been playing. Luckily for trying our best though, we still have Ascent, which was their map pick, up next. And we've seen for Boom in their history, even in the VCT circuit, this has been their best map. They haven't dropped a single game of Lotus all throughout the year, even with their former roster. And with what they've done with Shiro,
Ayo
and Moria
13-0
right
ya.
now, it's just a different look of discipline from Boom Esports.
Oke, cari info
On tap
mantap.
now.
Shiro nggak ketahuan nih, Shiro nggak ketahuan. Shiro mainin wall, up wall. Itu dia loh. Itu dia loh.
Okay, quick little
Aduh,
burst, so
Rizky.
Zan doesn't get
Aduh,
caught by
jebol,
any of the utility,
cok.
and Shiro left on an island quickly.
Ayolah, bisa nggak?
Dispense with 5.
Aduh, tackle mati Salser. Aduh.
He's
Nah,
not
itu dia.
even close to being
2 lawan 4.
finished. Now he is. Take a sleep, sweet prince.
Budi menang 1 lawan 4.
It's all gonna be down to that lonely omen.
Gua beliin Wingstop 3 hari berturut-turut.
That attacking sided map, we're trying our best and go for the rally.
Waduh.
But Moria still a threat with the classic. 1v3 for the time being, just backs on away.
Nggak mungkin. Dia cabut soalnya cuy.
Okay.
Agak deg-degan gitu ya.
There's no time for him though, so it's just gonna
Yeah,
be a
exactly.
yeah. There's gonna be a maybe
Yeah.
looking for the frags. They don't know where he is. They're second guessing.
Ente bot.
Surprise, but
Wah, padahal udah
not
siap
enough
tuh.
versus the quick reactions of GC.
Wingstop,
Trying our
3 hari.
best. Have finally gotten around on the board. The attacking side, it favors their double duelist anyway, so this is their chance here, Asteroid, to
Nggak
draw
seru
back
gini
into
coy
the
dapat
battle.
poin.
Absolutely.
Ayolah.
Again, try to build
Defense-nya
that
ditingkatkan
momentum
lagi lah,
if
padahal
they
baru 1
can.
run ya.
Yeah, they could, as now
Oh,
again,
dibikin
Juicy
13-2
still one
biar
of those
kayak
players that you
si
can't
Agames manja.
look for in terms of
Cuy.
just absolute crackability.
Kan masih lama nih ya. Ini kan masih lama nih.
That's
Yeah.
that's
I-
a
Iklan dulu nggak sih?
I know, I just actually just coined that right.
Saling ngebantu nggak sih kita?
This is what happens
Kalian
when you
baik
don't cast
kan?
for 2 months.
Where's my Asteroid dictionary? Leave that an addendum. 2023 off-season edition. But we go now into the battle, and with the anti-intel here for trying our best, they have a good chance to just take down the members of Boom. Stan has a rifle in hand.
perangin na siya,
Still
Jay.
for him. The flash comes on in from NC Slasher well, and Styron answers back with
Ah,
a smoke
ayolah.
zone. So trading some guns because of the low
Tak,
HP.
loncat dikit nggak sih
Still
tak? Hancurin tak, tak.
Boom bot and has a deep
Oh
lead.
no.
With an idea. Oh, it's gonna go for NC Slasher right now.
Nggak dicek.
Still no.
Sabar. Itu dia bro. Ih, aduh pelurunya habis.
Before he falls because of the reload. It's 2v2 now, and Boom Esports are
Wah,
trying.
ini bisa
to
menang
steal
cok
this round
kalau
one
si
from
Takel
Tiger
bunuh
Best.
Juicy. Aduh, Takel,
There he
ente dah.
is. Confirmation of the last 2
Dua-duanya,
players.
dua-duanya.
Merit their
Dua-duanya,
rotation
woi, Ki,
quickly here
dua-duanya Ki.
from
Ki, dua-duanya Ki,
Berserks.
Ki.
And his decision
Enggak
is
lu
actually
push,
go all the
push
way
aja,
for the
ada
flag. I
senjata
do
tuh
like
banyak
this because
celong.
if he does
Push
get
aja,
into
oke.
round, he
Gua
could
push
get
nih ya.
himself a weapon or
Fix
two
tadi
there.
dua-duanya.
Especially
Iya, yang
maybe
ini
the
low banget,
Sheriff. And you can see Neff is
yang
so
res
aware
low
of
banget
that.
tadi.
He's just,
Gua hit
looking at
segini.
both angles.
Gua
Also
ding
wants
dia.
to make sure that Juicy is
Oke.
well taken care of.
Itu
He's
diam
just one tap
kasih
away
komen,
from
Diam.
falling down. And
Satu vandal tuh.
yep,
Oke.
there it is.
Bunuh
Pick up
satu
on the
menang.
panel. This is very doable.
Itu dia loh.
For
Ki, aduh.
Berserks if he hits the
Oke,
shot,
mana?
but denies.
Big chance there for Berserk.
Kenapa
You
tengah?
mentioned
Gua nggak
it.
ngapa-ngapain
Neff
kocak. Gua nggak pencet
keeping
apa-apa.
watch of that
Oh, agak
position,
lain nih orang.
making sure
Gua nggak
that
pencet apa, tuh orang tangan
when
gua di
a gun
sini.
is picked up, someone's watching it, trying her best, gets a second. It was costly for them though. Boom Esports, I'm not too sure if they went for the force buy there. I think it was just whatever they
Oke,
could scrounge
13-2
along
nggak
the
sih?
way. Still have enough
Siapa
money,
setuju
half armor,
13-2?
rifles to boot. They only
Seperti
need
kita
single round
membantai
here, and they're willing to take that risk just to end this round.
Filipina. Anjay gak sih cuy? Itu
Is
doang
it
momen yang gue
truly
ingat.
a risk when you have like 10 rounds to buffer it? So
Yeah. I mean, the pressure's on trying our best, and they have to be able to stand.
Itu
tall
dia
against
loh, bot.
Boom.
Taktik
As
itu
well,
loh.
connection stands
Ooh,
still
Zan.
with the
Bot
push, and
itu, bot.
Famous will punish
Itu
against
bot,
Moria.
itu dia
Though,
bot.
here by Rumble,
Nah,
and trying our best.
disiplin,
We'll almost
disiplin.
down to the pressure yet
Disiplin,
again. The
disiplin.
wall is up, and
Mantap.
trying our
5 lawan
best
2
are
disiplin
just
ya.
left to pick up the pieces of who's left behind. 2 versus
Iklannya kenapa
5.
cheat follow? What the fuck?
How can the
Ramos.
attacking side even make their
Kenapa jadi
side
cheat
take
follow,
work?
coy?
Famous is here, ready by
Ini
the
dia loh.
doorway again. Styron, Juicy, this is a struggle for them. The swing though, Styron gets at least one to work with.
Wah, itu
Job
Dina yang
isn't
main
done
tuh
yet,
barusan.
we're trying our
Itu
best.
barusan kata
I give the Siron. He's
Kata
been
Dina,
getting a
B.
lot of these really
Aku lah
good
main
kills
turun ya
out of
Bi,
nowhere, the
kata dia gitu
1v1s.
kan.
He's just
Terus
clearing
ya udah
angles.
boleh dah.
Very
Biar
cleanly here.
enggak
We're trying our
kebantaian.
best.
Itu Dina
Still
tadi
team
tuh yang
though.
nembak tuh.
Numbers disadvantage. They have to start to get a pick first rather than getting
Kacau
the
nih
side
Dina
itself.
nih.
They know this.
Alah Din, biar
So they're
cepat
trying to
Din,
get a little bit
jangan
cheeky.
mainin dulu.
But positioning from Boom is so aware of that. Moria in a position. He hears both the footsteps.
Aduh.
Now coming back into the site itself.
Jadi 2 lawan 3 cuy.
It's turned into a 3-2. So good for trying your best to at least drop down the numbers of their opponent. But here comes the hard part. The retake of the
Barang nggak sih?
Boom Esport
Barang.
players.
Eh,
I love that call though for trying our best. Get that pick.
wait,
Make sure
aduh,
it's still
sabar
doable.
sabar.
Go
Gue
back
mau
to the
marah
side
tapi
to
nggak tahu mau
figure
ngomong
it
apa.
out already.
Ini Haude-nya mana Jing? Nggak ketahuan. Util apa yang punya?
Sip of strength here.
Ayolah, gue
He
mau
does
nonton
so
apa
versus
ini?
Moria. Anything else perhaps?
Last player
2v2.
standing.
Itu dia loh. 2 lawan 1. Nah, itu bro. Itu baru cakep. Haude-nya mana? Saya butuh Haude. Jadi tahu utility-nya apa. Wah, kacau nih Leo.
Of the Clash of Nations SEA qualifier and convincing fashion from our Indonesian hopefuls.
Very convincing. No 13-0, but 13-2. Still a pretty dang good scoreline to say at the least. That was
Mantap, mantap, mantap.
massive from Boom here. We saw
Ini loh
just
yang
how
ditunggu-tunggu
well this
loh.
team can really go for once
Kalau
they
bisa
have time
nanti
to just take a breather.
maksimal
figure out what
kasih
was
3
going
aja ya,
wrong,
map
in the
Asen.
plays that they had in the past, and now it looks so refined, at least here. on
Mantap ya, Jay.
Duelist.
Yeah, their mid-rounding, especially in that first half, was
Wah,
second to none. They
Udah
always
ada
know where to find opportunity.
head-head
Always
aja nih,
find a way
crying
to
our
play
best.
off the smokes from Moria and Shiro, and then especially
Boleh,
that
boleh.
Viper setup was the biggest bane
Katanya mau yang
of
sengit.
trying our best's existence. They went for the full send in the last few rounds there, Asra. It still was
Biar
enough
cepat lah.
versus Boom Esports, and there's so much
Oh
confidence
iya,
right
hasil
now
bet,
from
hasil
Boom
bet.
after a commanding game like
Kita dengar lagu manja dulu aja. Siapa sih yang menang? Trey ya? Oh. Takut salah, nanti dihujat. Udah cuy. Ini nih, terima gaji. Poolnya mana sih? Boom. BME versus Try. Game map 2. Boom. Try. Coachnya AE nih, Try. Nah ini dia loh. Lagi nggak sih coy? Map 2 Asen. Asen itu ibarat map semua orang, ya. Semua orang pasti main Asen karena awal rilis map Asen udah ada. Jadi mau mix pun ya udah hafalan lah. Buset, kok Chris nih orangnya ini ya. Oh, orangnya all in ya. All in gak sih itu? 1400 apa enggak? Sekalian promosi nih coy, buat kalian di sini ada nggak sih yang main game sebelah yang baru rilis beberapa udah sebulan ya? Tahu lah, yang dari Steam, yang skinnya bisa dijual beli, tahu kan? Barangkali ada yang mau nyari skinnya, ayolah coy. Jadi gue ada menjual barang nih, beberapa barang nih. Contohnya ini belum bisa nih. Inilah yang ready nih. 1, 2, 3. Mana lagi ya? 4. Dah. 4 aja. Sebenarnya ini juga sih sama ini, tapi masih lama. 5 November sama 4 November. Ada nggak mau? Ayolah, gue kasih harga yang waras lah, waras. BU nih cuy, gue makan nih dari kemarin. Sama satu AWP Asimov. Kalau ada yang mau. Info bayonet. Nah ini dia loh, binudel ini loh yang kayak gini-gini nih. Biasanya tuh dari harga buff gitu loh, anjing, ngikutin tren aja. Sabar, gue cek dulu harganya berapa. Gue lupa. Gua waktu itu ada post di grup gitu. Ini kan kita menunggu nih 3 menit ya, bisa lah. Menjual barang dulu cuy. Buat ini cuy, buat renovasi rumah gua cuy. Rumah gua yang di Pekanbaru. Berapa ya? Yang sini 12. Sabar. Ngikutin buff dulu. Sabar, dari ini. Rumah gua yang di Pekanbaru. Ini coy, apa kena badai. Atapnya pada bocor. Gue pengen renovasi dulu nih. Nyari kumpulin duit. Mana sih cara ceknya? Oh, bayonet ya, bayonet. Marble. Ini dia loh. Anggap 1000. Nah, kali loh. Salah anjir. Oh, salah. 12 binodal, mau gak 12? Atau enggak lu nego deh berapa? Makanya Golden Blue adanya kandungnya Top G, bener. Namanya Milen Top G. Good knife. Lu DM nego aja dah, apa Discord. Lu maunya berapa? Negonya ntar kita cari yang pas. 30 detik lagi cuy. Tat. Ayo delay, kita tunggu dulu nih. 8 detik lagi. Harusnya ya ini game cepet ya cuy.
Ladies and gentlemen, here
Harusnya
at
2-0
ESL
lah.
Clash of
Biar kita
Nations
bisa
closed
sambil
qualifiers.
nonton
I will
adeknya
just
Top G.
have to say this, man. Here comes the boom. Big boom up against trying your
Oke,
best.
Binodal,
in
mantap.
that
Kalau
first
bisa
map for Flotus and
temen
Big
lu
Daddy
ngambil,
because of three,
elunya juga
they're looking
ngambil.
right now for a set for
Binodal.
maybe
Nah,
trying
itu
your best
sangat
to
membantu
turn
tuh.
things around.
Yeah, it's been an explosive start.
Gue suka
there
tuh
for
yang kayak
Blue
gitu tuh.
Esports, especially on that attacking side, man. 12-0 in that first half, unparalleled all throughout the server. Big plays, especially from the two controllers. Berserk's also showing up in very clutch moments, and it really just goes to show Boom Esports, they're looking back and better than ever. And on the other hand, for
Aldi
trying
mana
their
Bang
best,
Kacok? Gak tahu.
you can see
Aldi
the talents there,
ngebangun
but
kayaknya
this
deh.
isn't Bleed Esports. This
Dia
is
kayaknya
a-
lagi
this is
mimpi
a
deh, cuy.
team with talent from that roster in the first place in different generations.
Ini
And
dia loh.
without perhaps a bit of that synergy, it's not working out for trying our best, as you can see with the scoreline.
Yeah, true. We are seeing a lot
Bener.
more
Arpa. Ya,
plays
Aldi
where you
Risen
do
Huang
one-off
udah fokus
things,
Dolce
and it hasn't
Armani.
gotten the best results at all. And as you mentioned, the kills just not looking too hot at this point Okay, so for trying your best, it's 80k, guys. It's assess death and kills. Just so
Aman,
you don't get a little
aman.
confused there. 9 kills right now for Neth. The highest one has got to be Juicy. Juicy has been hitting some shots here, but again, as I mentioned, those are more one-off things, not really
Aman.
leading up to any significant round wins. for
Agak
Trying
lama
Your
nih.
Best.
Yeah, he would get
Eh,
some
ini
incredible
wah
kill,
ini
kill,
ini
kill
ini sih
situation.
parah sih.
It's
Yeah.
not
Ini
enough,
nggak
but it felt like
diganti-ganti
they're trying
loh.
their best in that last game, Asarai, that there were certain players.
Ini
especially
udah
who
jalan
were
satu
trying to
map
force the
loh.
issue.
Ayolah.
Big moments there from San in the pistol round.
Production.
But other times that he'd still get hit by the
Temen
Mario.
gue sedih loh,
He's still gonna
capek-capek
push.
loh
He
dia
still
cari
wants to
nick
go for
itu.
it. Same thing for Styron in some of the off angles that he would take. So
Janganlah
now that we're
masih
going through their
salser
map pick,
manja.
which is a Ascent, I am expecting a lot more coordination from trying our best and a lot more discipline. This is such a solved map, Asarai. So many people know how to play Ascent, and looking at Boom Esports, they just pretty much go with the meta anyway, given their history.
Logonya
True.
siapa
Again,
trying
they're a team
our
that
best itu?
Just
Emang nggak ada
doesn't
logo mungkin?
change the status quo on a set, right? I don't know. It's always my gripe that we only see these 5 agents for the most part on Ascent. Your Jet, your KO, AJ. You know, basically the whole business. We might see trying your best, try to do something with the Harbor or something. I do want to see that. I think we saw that with Bleed a couple of months ago on Ascent. I actually have to double check. I don't want to just spit out bad information. Give me a moment.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. But I'm gonna talk about Boom
I'm
Esports.
I'm capping. They did not
Okay.
do that. It
Bang
was something
Nathan
else.
udah dapat berapa kontak
don't worry,
obeng
I'll try.
anjing.
I didn't hear it.
Gua
so I'm
lagi
just gonna move on
mencoba
about Boom. And we've seen from Boom Esports, especially in this
Kena
pool,
jahit
that they're starting
jari,
on their
ya.
stronger
Kasian
side.
loh Nathan.
For the
Untungnya
first 2 maps
aman
that
loh.
they started
Cepat
on
diobati,
the attacking side,
anjay.
which has
Gitulah
been more
ceritanya
successful
cuy.
for them on Lotus.
RP
Now we've
kentot
seen them
naga.
on defense be so
Tim CS-nya kapan
stalwart in
diunang?
how they
Waduh.
hold down the sites. But I feel like
Tim apa,
the
cuy?
expectation here for trying her best coming into this matchup is when we move over to Boom, moving to the attacking side. It
Mulai
has
nggak sih?
those all
Mulai
throughout.
nggak
So
sih?
will we
Bang.
see the adjustments on the roster
Mulai nggak sih?
from those Bigatron boys now into Boom Esports? Will it be enough to alleviate the
Itu
woes
udah
that
nggak,
Boom Esports has?
udah
once
udah
we get into
hungry
the
banget
second
loh
half?
itu Boom.
We'll have to see.
Ayolah, mulai lah.
How big is the differential here? You know that they have the 2 Bigatron players, right? Because at a certain point, Bigatron was the strongest team, right, in the tournaments that they were joining. I think in late or mid part of this year. I
Yes,
think
stage 1, dude.
stage 1.
And especially that Bigatron and Made in Thailand were kind of 2 big surprises that didn't make the ascension. Because if you go back to the history, Boom was struggling in stage 1. Made in Thailand on the Thailand side was just such a dominating team, and everyone was expecting.
Boom
those
tuh
2
dari
teams to
awal
actually face
udah
off
berapa
against
roster
National, but we
ya?
didn't get them. We got Sersha, we got Boom Esports, and now
Pokoknya
with
dari
Boom
masa
just
ke masa,
getting some
Boom
of the best
itu
players from such a strong
selalu
starting roster this year. Then maybe
tim
just
kuat.
maybe it can be even better.
Salah satu
Yes,
tim
you
kuat
still
di
miss
Indo lah.
the,
Mau siapapun
obviously
rosternya.
the presence of Blaze King and
GG,
of course Severin, who has retired from Valorant play, I believe.
Vamos.
Right now, from what we still
Ini
saw
harusnya
so
udah
far in that
ketebak
first
sih.
map,
Udah pasti
it
kayak
has
gini sih.
tried,
Agentnya.
tested, and it worked. And speaking of, here you go
Ini
again,
ibarat-
Sky. KO Sova,
Ibarat
the way
si
Boom wants to
Takel
play.
ini
The way everybody loves to
mengisi
play on Ascent. Again, I
slotnya,
know it's how it's the best of
slotnya
anything that you can
Ucil
want
ya,
on
Ucil ya
Ascent
harusnya.
map. There's a lot
Apa
of
Rizky ya?
playability with this
Ucil
one.
tuh
You have
kalau di
some
Ascent tuh main apa sih?
options. The
Killjoy ya?
approach is gonna
Killjoy
be so
apa
varied,
KO?
every single round, even with the
Hero
biggest
jadi
bit of just how
Hero.
flexible each and every single pick this are. That being said, though, on the other side for trying your best, they still
IGL-nya
go for the double
si
duelist.
Shiro
They can
harusnya.
put Juicy now on his Jet, and Zan will be on the arena. A lot of dueling potential
mau
here
keren
on
Dustin
their
kan?
attacking side, but like you mentioned, Dax, it is going to be Boom starting on the defense, which is
Dustin
their preferred
diisi
side
Budi.
here on Ascent.
Yeah, it's
Iya,
not
berarti
surprising.
kalau
Trying
misalnya
their best is a
Kucil
squad
Kayo
that will run double duelists as
diisi
much as
sama
possible.
Takel.
I wonder if they're gonna be
Budi
running
ngisi
like the Gecko in
gantiin
the future, something like the KO that already Boom Esports has. But
Biasanya
between
manggil
San
orang,
and
"Oke,
GC,
Ahmad Hussein."
if
New
they get
agent.
heated on up, then they're
Selamat
good to go, right?
menjalankan
They're good to go.
ibadah
What did you say to
sholat
me?
maghrib.
Or the new agent that's
Oh, the
coming
new
out.
agent who
Tolong
ISO?
dibantu doanya ya.
That's probably one for the land.
Ucil
man.
KJ,
That's
ya
one
itulah
for the
pokoknya.
land.
It's gonna be a
Berarti Rizky gantiin Ucil.
I know you're just trying to make me say we'll see
KO-nya
that.
Rizky
And we won't see that
dipakai sama Takel.
No way. No way. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I know. Unless she gets like a significant buff, it's not gonna happen. But it's so fun to see the yoinks. The annihilation is just so satisfying. It's like if you get hit by it, it's a skill issue because you didn't dodge it.
And while Aswa is trying to force this tournament to have deadlock in the rosters,
Oke, kok nggak beri.
we
Jangan
did
dong.
see though again for
Jangan
Boom
lah,
Esports.
Mulai. Tutup nggak sih? Tutup nggak sih? Ini mainnya double duelist terus loh.
Though, how we'll see NC Slasher slot in, especially on that KO.
Ini emang segini coy, yang ini.
Because those new additions,
Yang
we've
bad.
been talking about touting so far for Boom. It worked on the first
Kayak
map,
aneh
coming
gitu,
into the
anjing.
second. Will this be trying our best territory?
Now that we have begun things, ooh, if it's gonna be a straight shot onto the A side, I
Emang
actually
segini ya?
like this.
Salah
This
deh,
is a
full itu.
great bet because no KJ utility to be had. That one-way smoke immediately forces them to go the opposite direction, but it's going to be a short push.
Oh, salah anjing,
You
itu
can
di
already
full.
see right now the hesitance.
Gua pasang lagi,
of
gua pasang
NC
lagi.
Slasher just back away
Maklum.
first. And it's a bit of a split here, and this could get bloody very soon.
Maklum, bet lagi.
Here we go already. NC Slash and Moria on the board. Fight back. Nef though gets the answer, but the damage has been done. Though we're trying our best. Boom with the advantage.
Gua kasih batas waktu 3 round lah ya, 3 round.
From Famous. Everything's left to Nef now in the 1v3. And as he tosses out the smoke,
3 round.
for the time being. Boom though. They kept
Karena kesalahan
tabs of the
streamer
angles
membodok
that
yang
their opponents
streamer
would come
babi
from,
itu
and
namanya.
it was quick work from them.
Their timings are so good as well. They
Ini kok 3 lawan 1.
basically went for the contact
Bagus sih, 3 lawan 1.
before, like
Terus
right the
A-nya
second
bagus.
before trying your best, actually tried to do anything.
Oh, yang
That
tadi
is
tuh
just
full
so
pantas
annoying
kok
to try to
ada ya
deal with
tadi ya.
if you're on the attacking side, which again, trying your
Pasang.
best. Now Nev,
Sampai
30
3 round ya.
he's got a chance to just rotate.
1 round aja.
but because the KJ is
Udah pasti
still alive,
pasti boom
so
semua
much
coy
of
yang
the
bet
position
juga.
where he can
2 round
push
deh tengah-tengah.
is, you know, still well defended by the alarm bot and turret. So going through B main is going to be the good option.
Molinya nyala manja coy.
Timing is so
Timingnya
good.
pas
With
banget.
the activation of the Nanosword, that just buys a little bit more time.
It's crazy for Boom that they're so.
Itu kan udah ditutup manis.
So much so
Dibuka
expert
lagi
along the
sengaja
way,
ya.
like you said it.
Mau make a
Opening the
play.
door right now. I wonder
Huh?
what's the play here for trying our best. As another avenue
2 round ya,
to
2 round ya.
work with the smoke still in the way towards the CT side. The shock dart even just to make
Main
sure
bareng.
no one's hiding
Aduh,
there.
ada smoke
A
one jadi.
second smoke even just trying to cover the cross, especially towards the staircase. Nefto over here at Speedway waiting for someone
Ada
to
des,
come.
guys.
Another shock
Aduh,
dart
gua butuh
flies
HUD
from
deh,
Boom
sumpah, biar
Esports,
tahu.
But the paranoia is out already. Looks for the elimination. But Shiro,
Tidak
he
perlu
was already
melihat
all the way
untuk
at the
membunuh
end.
kamu
And Boom,
ya,
they'll take the
franchise
pistol
player.
again.
Man, Shiro not flinching at all to the darkness encroaching right in front of them. This man fears not the death, but rather the loss of the round. So he's just like, no, I'm not gonna fear you. And just
Woi, bisa beli lagi. Bisa main cepet nih.
It's when someone says
Nih,
scared.
bisa nih.
And
Atau
he's like,
B.
"Nah,
Nggak mungkin ke
But
mid
this is the
kalau
perfect
mau
time
main
too,
cepet.
because like literally tomorrow.
Flash
how-
A,
So
Des.
you want to be in costume tomorrow?
Recon, Flash
I don't have costumes right now.
Arena.
Oh no,
Tati nih.
dude!
I gave
come
away all my
on.
costumes because there
Come
was
on,
not enough of them.
please. Asarai, please be in costume. I'll be in one. I'll
Tuh
be in
kan?
one if you are.
What costume do
Tahu
you
kan?
have?
Najis.
I have a bunch, dude.
Main
I did
cepat,
the bananas
cepat.
and pajamas the other day.
Maybe I'll borrow from you and
Oh.
just have it like move. Anyways, speaking of movement, there's a lot of movement on the A side. There you go.
Setup
That's
A,
not the
mantap.
ego. We have time to talk about other things. But at
Tembak
the
nggak sih,
same
Vic?
time, fine.
Iseng aja,
Talk
Vic.
about Valorant trying our best. They are gonna also
Tembak matanya, Vic.
win. Sand getting ready here with the Lear. Here
Aduh.
comes also the turret and the smoke. And this does kill.
Bagus
Trying our
banget.
best on space to
Oh,
work with.
that's
But
so-
Moria, the
Bagus banget.
TP
Itu
is
dia
so
loh.
smart. And as you mentioned, cheeky angle to work
Itu
with.
loh.
Already.
Yang udah
And
gua
Boom
ajarin,
again,
Bud.
Just putting a wall in front
Flash
of trying
TP,
our best. They are
beraniin
gonna
Bud.
cross.
Itu loh, Bud.
Man, okay. Double smoke so that he can just get
Si franchise
maybe
player
an angle,
ngelawak.
push himself slower.
Agak lain
into
juga
the
tuh
site.
cara mainnya.
But yeah, when
Dikira orang
bullets are
nggak
peppered
reposition
everywhere,
ya.
that ain't gonna help you.
Yeah.
So Shiro's gonna make a bit of noise here. I wonder if he has, or not
Round
Shiro,
ini berakhir gue
but,
tutup ya.
the Sova
Betting itunya.
for trying your
Point.
best. Maybe he's gonna throw a dart there on B, try to get the attention. Styron here, yeah, because he has a dart right now. Maybe gravitates a little.
Bagus
bit
kalau
of
Budi
the
improve
attention.
bagus.
But
Tapi
even
kita harus
so,
melihat
5
beberapa
versus
turnamen yang
2,
diikutin dulu.
probably
Boom.
not.
Boom just keeping their stations. And just to correct myself, it's not anti-ego. This is a force buy here from trying our best. So this is so perfect for Boom. They shut down the
itu dia
initial
loh.
push. They get rid of the spike.
Down A.
And the
Poinnya
threat
bisa
all the
diredam
way.
apa?
And
Oh, gue
now,
belum bikin
what
itunya ya.
can Siren
Dapat
really
apa
do?
ya?
He's trying to come in with a sheriff in hand. Both
Sabar ya,
on
gua
the other
pikirin
side.
ya.
And the burst fire from
Gua
Moria
tutup ya, coy,
is
tutup ya.
already in such a good angle to work with.
Tuh loh,
For him,
itu pasti boom coy.
flawless hold
Banyak.
and trying our best. have no money to
Ini
work with
tadi ini
now.
apa ya?
I can't remember if I've ever cast. I think I've casted Moria maybe a
Oh,
few
ini
times
full,
in the
Jin.
past, but this is the
Ah,
first
udah
time
lah
that
ya, full ya.
his plays are really sticking it
Udah
to
gue tutup, udah gue tutup.
my memory banks. I'm not a robot, but you know, just wanted to use that terminology. Anyways, beep boop. But gotta say, these past two maps, man, his Omen has just been so smooth. The repositioning, the timings, the assists
itu
for
dia
his
loh.
teammate, and of course, just to add to that, the
Anjarin?
fighting capabilities of this man.
Cakep.
Again, it is up against trying your best, which is struggling with how their coordinated attacks can go, but still works
what?
in the end. And Juicy.
Oh,
There
Ada yang
you
anti
go. 2 shots
buta.
to the Sharon. That opens up an opportunity here for trying your best.
it's just beautiful work from Juicy to give a chance here to trying her best. Dashing on in right now. Big momentum for him.
kena.
And Nap also getting on the board. But
Kena.
NC Slasher.
Cut
Different
nice.
plans right now onto the side here by both house. Waiting.
Nice,
ready to
Tak.
come his way. Flash
Tak,
is
sabar,
going.
Tak.
2
Chill,
for
Tak.
Slasher so
Buy
far.
time dulu.
Holding down the line by
Waktunya, Tak.
Winsome. This
Mantap.
is
Satu
his
lagi,
chance
Tak.
to die on, but he's
Ah,
surviving.
apa-apa,
He's
apa-apa.
thriving, and he gets
Ah,
3
risky,
before he's
risky.
felled. It's 2v1 now. Everything's left to
Pintu
Berserks,
baru tutup
but
lagi.
Neff, a different plan. The doorway's open. He
Mantap,
wants to go
Ki.
for the
Mantap,
push,
Ki.
but Berserks
Itu
is
dia
a
loh.
better shot there. It's 1v1 now. Incredible clutch moments from both teams, but it
Tembusin
has
nggak sih?
to go down to the isolated fight. Berserk still going for the tap. Styron on the inside. Gets the reload going. Styron wants to let loose a dart. Get that intel turret into play as well. The Scando gets the connection. Berserks, this is dangerous
Kiri nggak
for
sih?
him. Trying our best.
Menang Rizky nih.
Angle onto the side. The swing comes and Berserks brings it.
Itu dia loh,
Another win
Ki.
for Boom. When the going gets tough, they get even tougher.
Gacor loh Rizky ini, coy. Mantap dia ya.
Wait, did
Abis
Berserk
pergi scream apa
actually
sih
knew
event
that his
scream
turret doesn't
or
spawn
dance
that left
bersama
side of the B side, and he just
ceweknya
scanned
langsung
Styron?
bos buff.
Yo,
Got buff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I want
Ada yang mau iklan manja dulu nggak sih?
we can
Saling
firmly
membantu lah,
establish
saling
Berserk's
membantu
gonna
ya.
be that sentinel player for Boom Esports.
Nah,
Oh,
bentar
He
aja, bentar
play,
aja.
I believe that KO back in the previous iteration of Boom. And right now, he's showing so much mastery
pengen makan
of his
gini,
role. So much value with the utility. The intel that you mentioned, and Boom again. Just getting better and
Ada nggak sih itu
better
setelahnya
from
gua
what we
nggak
see
salah
throughout
pencet.
the year.
Yeah. Oh, left Korean flash and dash. No flash and dash here, but all the wall bangs with the Odin. And look at the damage. Without a Sky, without a healer, you do get that value,
Emang
guys.
Prestige
and
bukan
yes,
turun
in a sense,
CS.
every
At-
wall is bangable.
Nggak ada
That's
orang
right.
nih.
It's not the Korean flash and dash. It's the Indonesian Odin spam.
Wah,
Right?
Yeah,
Um,
no, you're absolutely right.
maksudnya apa tuh?
But yes.
Anyhow,
Karena-
is famous as the operator.
Karena
here, but
audience
just
spam
ready
dari
for his
Indonesia
push
nggak
back in.
kena.
And you mentioned it, try
Ah.
your best, low HP on 2 targets, famous. This can be easy pickings if he doesn't miss that first shot.
Okay, there it is. Bit of utility. Throws out both the mollies.
Wah, tahu
just to
tuh, Pul.
delay
Nanti
the
gua matiin deh.
offense. 50 seconds for trying your best here. They can go for that rotation, but they've also bought out the big hitting, stopping skills, abilities here of Boom. That smoke's about to dissipate and famous. Ooh, timing. I think he's just looking at an angle here, waiting for Juicy. Does Juicy have a dash? If he doesn't, this is going to be difficult for him to push up into
30
famous, who's
seconds
just so locked in with that operator.
Keeping tabs, especially on the cross. Sad.
Wah, rehit nih.
Okay, but Shiro,
Itu,
the Odin gets
aduh.
value
Oh,
here.
nice
Shot
banget.
Paranoid into play as well.
Rizky.
Berserks is the one who collects the kills instead from the Speedway.
Anjing
So
udah
red
berempat
light
loh.
brought out here by Boom Esports, trying
Oh,
their
karena
best.
Ciro udah
Cannot
dapet
cross
situ, coy.
whatsoever, and instead they have become casualties along the way. 4-0 now. Boom, repeating success from the first map.
And that was, again, you could understand what was going in the thought process there of trying your best.
Tapos yung
Just
ano
to
sih?
re-hit the site. They've already used the things that make it difficult for us to enter, but still the firepower, the crossfires were set up
Complete.
for Boom Esports here. Again, no stone left unturned, no opportunity missed here from Boom on that defense, and the struggle continues for trying your best here. Now that we're hitting 4 rounds index, look at
Ini
the
musuhnya nggak
KDs
bisa main atau
of
Boom
the
terlalu
players.
jago.
Redla Zan,
Chess.
0 and
Kenapa chess,
4
Cok?
on the kills. These players, this team,
Boomnya
really
bagus.
struggling.
Yeah, it's just been
Tuh,
nice
jadi
hold
mainnya
here
cepet
from
doang nih.
their best.
Ya, banyakin lompat
Fury
manja ya.
Juicy though, reckless abandon.
Ooh.
Berserk's catching
Toko
out to
Puk.
Shiro, avoiding.
Wow!
Fury and Berserk's, he's good for 4.
Buff
Hungry for the
dari-
ace, maybe he can get it here. The scan connects also, and he wants it as right. Berserk's, he's hounding
Iya.
Styron
Tuh,
here.
dikasih tuh,
Ready
dikasih.
now, get the insult.
Ya
perhaps, and
Allah!
Berserk's, oh, he couldn't get it. Denied, yes, no highlight for him, but the round still goes.
Ente
Boom's
Rizky
way.
ya, ente kamu ya. Udah dikasih manja loh itu.
I mentioned Styron, he's just there to kind of spoil the fun of Boom. He's gotten some good rounds, and he got just a kill on Famous. I think he was
Gagal, coy.
also very aware that Boom was trying to do that, obviously, from what we could saw, right? He was just like, you know what, I'm going to mark for Berserks here. I'm not going to let him get any, or that
Yeah.
ace.
Yeah, because
Literally
he
just
stopped
that.
shooting the first 2 guys.
Exactly.
If you realize it, it could have been 2 kills for him.
Tim C Games Singapura enggak beberapa doang.
He removed the ace from the
Tyron
equation.
Nap doang.
No, you said it as right. It doesn't matter right now because Boom, they have so much money to work with. They have all the momentum and trying our best.
Di Boom
have
juga
found the
berapa?
best
2
way to
orang.
Get in these sites.
Di Boom 2, Singapura 2.
A trial on short once again isn't really a bad opportunity.
Sikat nggak sih?
Moya spots it out.
Nah, itu dia
That's
loh.
getting closer and closer, but he's got to back away. Everything's being thrown all in his direction. He's got to be careful. So that is good. Flash, fragment, as well as the paranoia gives them, again, lesser utilities to deal with and
Up.
to worry about.
Agu.
Yeah,
Boom,
decent utility
Juicy.
burn. And even more so courtesy of Juicy. He just hits those nutty shots. And that's at least one thing Try Our Best can utilize along the way. Here comes now from the shadows to get a bit of intel. Juicy though scoped in, looking to find a pick with the operator. He's picked up from his opponents. And boom.
Tadi yang mantek
Cover.
Dina deh cuy,
Still,
bukan Fikri.
2 on site here as right.
Lagi
The split
bengong
now
manja.
looking to come on in. But the suppress is there to get value. MC Slasher with pop flash as well. And as Shiro tries to go for the covering
the
fire,
ball.
Moria's the one onto the side. Shiro also on the board. But the damage has been done. Trying your best with the advantage. The timing though, could have been better for Juicy.
Nice!
So in cover. And as you always say, every wall is bangable. There's no escape for Juicy whatsoever.
Styron.
Oh, jauh.
Spotted by Shiro. Now they know it's 2 versus 1 on the A side. They're going to isolate. They're going to try to compress and just try
Ayo,
to pinch as
gebukin
quickly
sana,
as they
jauh
can
banget itu,
before Styron
Styron.
can get and help out Retla. Retla's got to hold on. Nanoswarm to give him a little bit of space. This is going to be very, very
Hey,
difficult.
bagus banget, Jing.
Out of nowhere,
enemy
Rico Dart
remaining.
comes into swing,
Ah,
and that is a great, great round for trying your best.
ente.
Fine.
Bukan gua ya, cuy.
Another point for them to work within the series. And at the same time, Styron, he
Fokus
got away
WP,
with his
santai
life on
aja.
the cross. He made the long
Kurang
flank
sengit,
happen,
Val.
and especially the 2 picks there towards the Jenny. Because of the stall that we saw from Boom, you said
Gua
it a
kalau
while ago, they wanted to
match-match
go for the
kurang sengit
2v1,
tuh,
but since trying our best,
pengen
a
makan
little bit more
bawaannya.
patient, a little bit more reserved, they got the angle that they needed to win a round with.
Absolutely. Very crucial, very needed. But of course, Boom, their pockets be deep. They got some rounds to give away, and they got money to keep buying for days. Trying your best. They got themselves this default where they pressure for A, and then if it doesn't work, they just switch somewhere on short. But now it doesn't matter. Just gonna push, especially
Harus
with the
perwakilan
lockdown
Istanbul. Bener
after
tuh, Val.
Fields helping
Langsung gak sih?
And as of right now, 2x3.
What?
Boom Esports.
What?
Moria, okay, again, a matter of timing here by the
Oh
doorway.
my God.
Sando giving chase, and Moria just hopping away.
Ada
like a
aja
bucket,
ya,
for the time
hokinya
being. Breaks the
Budi,
glass though,
Morea,
and here
si
might be
Wingstop.
a chance for trying our best. The fragment though, bouncing on the walls, gives at least a bit of space to work with. Juicy though on the board. Retla here, also heating on up and trying our best.
Waduh.
Looking better on the aim,
Mati
better
dong.
on the game. 4 now down. Naf. Oh, okay, there you go. A close
Din,
one for
Din,
trying
Din.
our best.
Din.
Like they're back
Masa
in
Fikri
series here.
digituin, Din, sama Nep? Din.
I thought he was just trying to do some aim labs or something, you know, the
Marah gak sih?
spider challenge, was it? Up, down, left, right.
Tandain Din, Nep namanya.
Spider shot, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't use that. Range only for me. Anyways. You're absolutely right. You mentioned it as well, right? Juicy just able to create that support. He's looking
Gak seru, Dina,
at least the
nonton.
past 2 rounds a whole lot more confident with how he pushes up. And maybe there's call somewhere here. I'm
Babi
not sure
tuh ya,
who's the
Dina ya.
IGL for trying your best, but the call is right now to just go very quickly and try to get as much value from that initial shock
Gila,
and
dia,
awe at the
abuse
very
A
start
terus, Jing.
for to clear out these
Cepet.
rounds. And it is actually working. Look at where Boom is trying to at least alleviate the pressure elsewhere on the map, and they're getting caught. Right now, that spike is going to get planted. Even though KJ lockdown, it really doesn't matter at all. Moria, or rather, excuse me, Zan, laying inside the site, trying to get a kill. That's actually going to backfire on him. No one's taking his direction. Where is he? There he is. Zan's down.
There you have it. Boom already making their way towards the side. Famous already halfway on the defuse and trying our best. They're strong with the contact, but in terms of utility, it's Boom with the victory. Big picks along the way, trying your best, getting a few exits, especially Juicy. And in the end, it's 6-2 right now, I believe, and Boom Esports still with the round to recover with.
Hampir lawak gamingnya.
I think that was just hubris from trying your best, no? Because they literally stayed in the site hoping to get like these exit kills. I get Zan because he's the Reyna. If he gets a dismiss, he's not gonna get tagged by the lockdown. But Juicy was also hit by the lockdown, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why he was getting just clobbered by the nano swarm.
Hasn't that been the problem of trying our best though? Just so overeager to force that contact, and they're able to win out duels most of the time.
Akibat.
But in those situations, Boom, better position, a better shot from
Langsung
Famous.
disikat sama
Already,
victory.
the smokes are gone here for trying our best.
Not good. Not good at all. They're gonna have to go at this with so many angles that they have to worry with. And again, Zan isn't in a position where he's been successful enough to beat out any of the
Waktunya nge-pick nggak sih, Vic?
from Boom just yet. Famous in the corner here.
Itu
He
loh.
hit the shot,
Aduh, salah.
which he does, especially with that Leer.
Teka.
Flurry stuff from him. Doesn't heal, actually just relocates. Could be an opportunity for something, and with Styron
Ketahuan.
getting another one, absolutely.
Yeah, trying our best is cooking now.
Tuh beda kan?
Offhands,
Kalau main
especially
map
from the two
Asen gini,
duelists. They make their way towards the site.
Main
and
nyolong-nyolong.
This is the confidence that San has been looking for all throughout this series. Shiro, though, timing impeccable. Retla caught out in the middle, goes for the dart as well. And I believe that's going to be able to mark anyone on site, so they have to break it. Immediately, intel given to Boom. There's still members here for Try Your Base. Less trying to play close. Berserks, though, better yet again. It's 2v2 now. As Styron
yun na ba, anjing?
caught with his head peeking, and Berserks with another one. It's up to Juicy to make magic happen yet again. He's been hitting incredible shots. The dash is there, though.
Whoa,
Time,
mantap.
but Berserks is unbeatable, man. 3 for him.
Percaya, teman.
And boom, they make it 7.
That one step from Juicy where he dashed away
Mendingan apa?
immediately told you that Boom's
Sabar,
was
Val.
in the bank. Unless Berserks loses that fight, which he usually doesn't. As you can see right now, he's 12-4 and 2.
Gua pengen nonton lu, kan abis ini Dominatus, santai
That was
aja.
already a retake. Down in the books.
Terus jangan main
Absolutely
Apex,
strong
war
stuff
up.
from Berserks. They were outnumbered, and he somehow got all of these kills bit by bit, marched himself onto A, and said, Shiro, I will carry you on
Orang
my
mau
back, my
tanding malah
644 friend.
ngajak
How
Apex.
do you know his height?
Agak lain ya.
It's not, dude. It's the KDA 644, not the height. Is that how tall Cheryl is?
I don't know, dude.
Wait,
I
let's
don't know.
open VLR. How or ask me
VLR's not gonna tell you how tall a player is,
how
man. They're
tall
usually sitting down.
is Shiro?
While Asterite's trying to figure out the height disparity here of these two
Siapa
teams.
tuh cheater,
They
Val?
are trying our best, making their way towards B. Navigating through the nanoswarms as well. Moria here towards the boxes. Sando, ready yet again. He wants to
Waduh.
find that pick as per usual. He's playing a smoke.
Waduh.
Timing better from Moria. Hunter's Fury, though, the answer. And Moria actually trying to get away. But Styron is
Bagus
able to
banget anjing
navigate that
nge-clearin
kill.
nya.
Advantage still, though, here for Boom. It's 4v3. Berserks with a jiggle still. Respecting Juicy and his angle. But now, the Hunter's Fury is let loose by Boom. Berserks again, though, with a clear and the kill. Another one, perhaps, and
No.
Berserks, he is just getting them all again and again and again. There's no beating this guy. There's no beating Boom. And now it's an 8-2 standing.
Okay.
Aman
still
dong.
wondering who's gonna start defusing that spike? But
Masih Bayu, masih.
But man, he is fearless. He just does not miss any of these fights. Literally, anyone that walks up to him,
Jujur, ini
stands
map kok
tall, gets immediately
mirip SEA Games
killed
kemarin ya,
by
anjing.
how just aggressive and well accurate Berserks truly has been. There were some really good positions here just to again get some catch-offs from.
Ini
trying
kalau
their
Boom
best,
menang
but
13-3 sih.
just
Persis
didn't work
mirip
against
Jok.
Berserks.
I mean, this was the
Lotus
Berserk that we
Ascent.
saw starting on Boom Esports, especially back in that duelist role. He had to step down a little, When
Ini
Famous
turni
came on,
ESL.
he moved over to
Kalau nggak salah ESL.
Sentinel. Well, from this first series alone, it's looking
Kalau nggak salah
beautiful,
ESL
but
ini
of
tuh
course, always a threat to deal
ke
with.
Thailand.
Big pick here
Kalau
for
juara
Fire Best
1.
to begin this round.
Main
Nev
event.
also trying to play towards the cubby. They might be able to catch out Moria or NC Slasher here.
Boom!
With another one. But Moria gets 2 for himself. Paranoia is the play to go for the disengage. Also Shiro waiting for someone to cross
Yan, di
towards main. And Boom Esports
Anjing,
setting
hampir.
checkpoint after checkpoint. There's no crossing versus
Waduh.
Moria. And here we go. Juicy's the one who's able to get the
Nice.
hop over. But Berserks again.
Rizky
Unbeatable.
sih nggak
And
pernah kalah ya fight-nya.
unrelenting. 9-2. Boom again.
Last round before the switch.
There's like this hierarchy right now in this series of who you can beat and who you can't beat. So at the
You know
very
what
top, there's Berserks. Right below him is Juicy. Right
Juicy.
below that is Moria, I feel.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's like rock, paper, scissors, counter upon counter. If you get this clash specifically, it's this person who wins. And Boom Esports, people have been saying that, okay, you might not see Boom with an IGL properly. It's been making some waves on Twitter. But right now, the calls, the contact, it's been working so well. And I'm really impressed by Boom and what they've been
Okay,
doing
Fauzi.
so far. Invited for a reason. Famous though. Can't hit the shot, has to back away.
Nev.
Juicy
Double
nggak
shot
di-kick
at
karena
step
dia
or
underage kan, dia nggak
either
bisa
short
ikut
contact
franchise.
Or mid
Gua nggak tahu
elevation
dah
contact.
ceritanya
I
abis
like
itu
the
apa.
idea.
I have the spike.
They don't get any picks, but they do get some massive control on mid, which does work in their favor. But look at how far Shiro's pushed up here, all the way on B. Immediately spotted by the alarm bot. If they press right now, they might be able to catch Shiro on B main, and he's trapped. They already know about this, setting up the utility. But because they're a little bit
Mau tutup pintu nih
slow
pasti
on
nih.
the uptake, he somehow manages to get himself
Whoa!
killed, as well as that market control. It even shuts the door at any opportunity to open up the B site.
Yeah, buy one, take one towards the market, and Shiro loving that deal. Juicy though, dashing forward, lockdown gonna be the answer from Berserks, and the pressure's on here for trying our best. Do they force the issue? Dealing with the
Nice
utility,
banget.
going for the Odin spam, but Berserks again, so precise on the shot.
Ah,
Famous
hilang
right
ya.
now for Omen. Famous just clobbering him with the knives, and it's all left to Juicy now in a 1v3. Here we go yet again. Time running out from the
30
shadows
seconds
is cancelled, but
Posisi
Berserk,
udah bagus
he's
sih.
ready, he's willing,
Aduh.
and he will lose the aim duel this time. Big chance made by Juicy in 1v2.
And the Slasher.
planted.
The smoke actually doesn't work in his favor here, and Juicy still has... Oh, he's making so much noise. They're gonna double up. Paranoia doesn't hit him. Now Flash will
Waduh, kecolong nih. Ya!
close, and Juicy whips the shot on Moria.
Itu yang nanya tadi siapa, Bayu? Kenapa Juicy di-kick dari Blade itu tuh?
On top of things, that's
Dijawab
right.
sama dia tuh.
10-2. Commanding first half yet again. And this is what we've been saying
Itu
throughout the
alasannya.
series. Boom, they starting on the sides that they prefer, and they
Switching
make
sides.
wonders happen with it. 12-0 last time, 10-2 now. Only a few rounds to go to sweep the series. It has to be trying our best, taking this pistol away. Yet again, like that first map, to give them a chance.
Can it though? Especially with the double duelist on the opposite side of the spectrum here for the kills. Juicy at 12, Zan at 2. He really has to step up right now on that Reyna. Again, we all know it's been out for years. Reyna needs to hit those shots to get the value on the ability.
Bukan kamu Bayu Duta, Bayu Prastio, no. Nama Bayu banyak banget. Ini bukan gua ya, bukan gua ya. Tuh, lihat, bukan gua. Bukan gua ya, cuy. Tuh. Ping gua masih aman, cuy.
Having those 2 kills with 12 rounds in.
Bukan gua ya.
Not
Streamnya.
good.
Still a chance though. They have a few rounds to work with. The NC Slasher now. The flash comes on in, but he doesn't overcommit. They're
Wah,
waiting
bagus
for the
banget
flank
ini.
from Famous. Smoke there too.
Alas ya, boy,
Inside the
mantap.
scope. It's Famous who wins it with the frenzy.
Nice!
One trade, another one for NC Slasher, and A
Itu
side
dia loh.
theirs for the taking. But we're not done here. As by Famous, he wants to catch the cross if ever. Styron, as well as Nefter on.
Ah, itu dia loh.
Dangerous.
Sokdat
Bow and
sokdat
arrow
manja
out. This is why
itu
you
loh.
don't bring the hamstring
Sering-seringin.
to a gunfight. And Retla rather is the only one standing here for trying her best.
And Famous just exits. He's like, I don't have to deal with this. I already got so much value already. 10 HP. I'm gonna even add more value. Just waste that time.
Pantek aja sini.
And
Sambil
that's
ketawa-tawa
Spike's taking.
senyum.
Redla's gonna have to break the door. They all break the door. Come. Yes. Push. Play. They saw where the Killjoy turret was already activated.
Gua loncat nih.
That's the best that we can get in
Ah.
this round, but not even
Yeah.
that.
They were like, look at the spike. Look to the left, break the door. Okay, we call it a day and get the pistol. So 3 out of 4 pistol rounds, won here by Boom Esports. And again, just what we saw like in that Lotus map, the way that they're able to maximize the movement around the map, giving them opportunity. We're trying our best, is still trying to set up.
Absolutely right on that one. Boom, they got everything. They have gadgets and gizmos.
Ayo, menangin
Boosters and what?
anti
And there's galore.
Ikonya, ayo
Sorry,
menangin.
it's gonna be an A push. We see it already right now.
Yeah, of course. And they have the guns to work with.
Up!
Anti-eco, I believe,
Itu dia loh.
from Boom. They go for the teleport.
Oh,
as
he
well.
TPs. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
so
a TP.
aggressive right now. It's Moria in position. And Slasher also the fragment. Just whittling
San.
absolute
Nah, pasti bisa
minimum.
kepikiran main
What's going
Reyna.
on? This is another round
Kamu
for
kira
Boom
ini
to see
ranked?
What else can trying our best do in this series?
Udah
They
pilih
just
Reyna tapi nggak bisa
outclassed
ngapa-ngapain
in that
itu loh.
coordination and Boom for a
Nggak enak
team.
banget rasanya.
They lack those shot callings. It really feels like they're calling all the shots here, Asrai, in this series. Styron fighting back with a 1, but that's all he's gotten so far. And with
Bener,
shot in
Rian
hand,
Wahyu.
famous.
Kamu kira kamu
Here we
something?
go again. Paparazzi
Padahal
call,
kamu
but they
nothing gitu.
wanted that kill
Wah,
back.
kacau sih.
Famous with that final blow. And this is series point for Boom.
Well, in that first map we had no.
Kak lagi aja. Anjing 5-5-nya kah? Kah?
Ends, we do have a chance.
Real ini cuy 5-5-nya. Oh enggak, 4 lawan 5 nih. Oh kalau gini ceritanya sih, kalau Boom benar-benar feeling manja sih udah pasti rata cok. Oh enggak, 3.
The score
scoreline?
for the map.
Yeah, it makes all our lives
Kapan
easier.
Subaton
That's
lagi,
the
waduh?
case, but life hasn't been easy here for trying our best. One last chance, and they have the rifles to work with. Bonus time here for Boom. They keep the Bulldogs that they had from that last round. And here we go yet again. Famous with the entry. Moria in position. 1-for-1.
Nah.
Sam getting into cover.
Jadi
But in the
2-2.
end, it is a 2v2 battlefield. Styron getting value before his demise. It's Juicy on top of the rafters right now. And Neff, he goes for the paranoia.
Benar,
Juicy
Obeng,
cuts
bisa jadi.
off that slowly. And Berserks might not see this coming, but he's in cover so far here. Alarm bot in position even. And Juicy, he's primed.
Wah, mantap banget. 2 lawan 1. Harusnya menang.
Yet again, 2v1 now. And Neff's the only one standing to try and keep this series alive. What
Bareng
else
aja,
can
main
he
bareng
do?
aja Ki. Ki sini
Banana
Ki.
Swarm
Ikutin
in
gua
the
Ki.
way.
Ikutin gua Ki.
Berserks,
Gua mantik
he's
terus
riding
kiri.
with his
Ikutin
own
gua Ki.
teammate Moria. These two
Siap Ki.
have been the dynamic
Sikat
duo
dia.
for the game here
Wih,
for
lama
Boom
banget itu
Esports.
smoke-nya. Nah
Cross
itu dia loh.
dissipates. It will be the trade to end it on a high note. 13-2 as you said, Asrai.
Udah cuy, kayak gini aja
On the
nih.
first
Live
map,
kita
and a brilliant effort from Boom.
Live kita berapa menit nih? Nggak nyampe sejam ya kita live ya? Udahan nih cuy. Oke. 91 menit udah lebih deh. 1,5 jam. Kayak aduh nonton game kayak gini mah males ding. Dong. Astaga. Kamu itu loh. Kok nggak bisa ini cuy? Pick winner. Open betting. Loh. Loh. Kok nggak bisa? Lah. Scam. Bukan scam jing. Gue mana tahu ini kan teknikal. Gimana dong kalau gini? Ini gimana cok? On betting, close betting. Nah bisa aman. Emosian sih. Malas gue nih emosian nih. Tenang aja bro. Ada caranya. Duh nonton match siapa lagi kita cok? Kalian pengen nonton Brother Top G cuy? Gila double elim. Yang diambil cuma 1. PR di panjang. Pengen. Lawannya fancy. Loh, kok bukan Valdin sih? Valdin, Goten. Kok ini orangnya? Harusnya di sini Valdin. Goten, Rai Forsi, Suda, Bintobe. Enggak lah, sini satu lagi harusnya apa ya? Goten, Risan. Kemana ya kira-kira ya? Paldi dan kawan-kawan kemana ya? Ini apa nih DGWIB? Kok kalah? Wah ngetro ini orang ngetro sih. Nih. Ini kita ribut aja Jing. Bisa gak sih? Kita report aja cuy ini. Apa ini? Anjing main 5 agent. di semua agent dimainin loh. He was mine. Siapa ini? Siapa sih panggilan itunya dia dulu? Aduh, harus tanya Takel, Cok. Siapa ya nama panggilannya ya? Bukan namanya, dia ada panggilannya. Nah, itu dia loh, gue nggak mau sebut tapi nanti gue kena lagi. Kalian lah yang nyebut ya, gue nggak nyebut apa-apa cuy.
That we're gonna be here
Gua real
every
nggak nyebut.
single night on our time.
Tapi gue cuma
Every
bilang nah itu
single
loh.
time we're gonna have two incredible series and I can't
Daripada kita mendengar suara Dax dan Asura ini, mending kita ini dulu cuy. Iklan manja dulu. Yo, yang kena iklan. Jadi mau Apex aja nih, nggak usah nonton si Milen, adiknya Top G. Valdin sih ngajak-ngajak main, dia udah bertiga anjing. Oh, ini orang sih agak lain sih jujur. Dia udah main, cok. Lu lihat nih ya. Aldi live nggak sih? Nih. Loh, mana matchnya? Di Discord bertiga loh dia. Loh, ini mana ya? Oh, seperti boom. Lah, udahan. Wah, nipu nih orang. Nggak passion. 7 menit lagi cuy. Restream kenapa dia? Jadi kalau ada yang mencari skin CS boleh lah ya cuy. Kontak-kontak ya. Jadi ada ini. Belum laku nih. Gue pengen renovasi rumah gue, atapnya bocor cok. Tolonglah dibantu lah. Sama satu lagi AWP Asimov. Gue nggak tahu dah Asimov ini berapa sih harganya. Lumayan loh. Kata mau main Apex. Oh iya sih sebenarnya jujur ya. Ini kalau misalnya di tim Dominatus ini nggak ada adeknya Aron, gue udah pasti nggak nonton coy. Masalahnya tuh ada adeknya Aron gitu. Apakah dia bisa melanjutkan engkonya? Role-nya udah sama loh. Main smoker. Main Apex nggak ada orang cok. Gua apa ya, nonton doang paling, nonton aja lah ya. kuat boom kuat. Tapi belum bisa dibilang yang maksudnya dari taktik segala macam, cara mainnya, cara antisipasinya, misalnya dia menang orang, gue lihat itu udah oke, boom. Kayak nggak ada yang blunder yang kayak kecolong-kecolong. Tadi adalah dikit lah, tapi ujung-ujungnya bisa disecure. Nah cuma sekarang itu nanti ujian dia itu misalnya ketemu seperti tim yang benar-benar tim lah. Ini kan mix ya, kita mau gimana juga ya, walaupun dia mix gitu, ada 3 player franchise ya, gimana lagi. Ujiannya tuh misal ketemu Naos nih, Naos tau gue tuh kuat juga deh, karena ada siapa sih Naos tuh yang masuk, Tesseract ada Nexi, Tesseract yang harusnya kuat ini, sama Oasis. Gue nggak tahu deh Oasis siapa ini, kan invitednya jago-jago semua ini. Fancy, Oasis, Fancy siapa aja orangnya. Cruz siapa ya? Yes I can, Visio, Gin, Luka. Oh Cruz ini baru ya, Cruz ini gantiin si ini berarti ya, Wukong nggak sih, Wukong nggak sih, Wukong. Oh iya lah Wukongnya di sini lah Wukongnya malah menang. Ini Ting siapa cok? Wukongnya cabut pindah lah, Wukongnya menang. Wah agak lain nih berarti. Oh iya cok, dia yang lolos jir. Predator di Manila. Ini Indonesia belum ya? Oh, Indonesia 1 slot doang cuy. Wah seru nih. Online apa LAN ya? Ada yang tahu nggak Predator qualifier Indonya? Oasis sekarang Safi 8K, Marky, Kelly S. Oh Kelly S masuk sini. Safi 8K, Marky, Kelly S. Berarti yang nggak ada Georgie, Wild Oreo, Draki. Dia tadinya six man gak sih? Oh Nexi ke Naos, Georgie nggak ada tim. Boleh. Wah sepi gini cuy kalau ini cuy. Oh ini endpool dulu dah. Udah pasti boom yang menang cok. Udah nggak ada lawan cok, boom udah paling GG deh. Mau main nama siapa ya? Roster Noeral nggak pakai A, harusnya roster doang, nggak pakai roas. Dom ini nih orangnya nih, ini adiknya Aaron, misalnya 4 biji. Gua tahu ini tahu nama doang, ini nggak tahu siapa aja. Pernah lihat di Ranked. Oh Naos NDG tuh masuk secret deh, lupa gua. Iya, Dom Dom ganti semua. Dia ambil player baru semua. Oke, yang gondrong sini, gondrong tuh enak gak sih? Susah gak sih ngerawat rambut gondrong? Siapa yang di sini rambutnya gondrong? Gua seumur umur pengen ngerasain, tapi gua kayak nggak kuat gitu loh gondrong sebenarnya. Kalau rambut sebenarnya udah kena telinga gitu ya gue gerah cok. Saya pengen coba sekali gitu. Jadi gondrong gak sih kita? Minimal segini lah. Tok masih lama, Cak. 30 detik lagi sih. Terus roster dom sebelumnya kemana? Gak tahu gua kemana mereka tuh. Mereka nggak ngasih tahu, nggak bisikin. Jadi gondrong dekil. Jangan dong. Oh, tergantung keseharian. Tataratata. Kalau gabut open crate CS aja. Waduh. Duitnya mana ya? Gak ada Steam Wallet gua. Kok nggak gini deh, kalian ada nggak cash? Bagi gue deh cash yang murah-murah aja. Gue coba buka nih. Gue masih ada berapa nih? Bisa lah 3 atau 4 cash. Tapi bagi cashnya gue nggak punya cash. Masa crate-nya nggak ada. Cashnya nggak ada. Crate doang. Crate doang. Sama lah, cash sama crate nggak ada. Bagi gue dulu. Give me box. Biar gue buka nih. Alhamdulillah. Teng 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 dung 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 dung. Gue samperin orang dulu deh. Sabar cuy. Kalkulator. Ada bracketnya, ada. Gua kasih di link ya. Bracket yang tadi kan? Nih, gua kasih link. Itu aja ya, sabar. Udah mulai nih kayaknya nih. Ini ada bracketnya nih, cuy.
Anyways, Boom Esports had one of the best series that we had here in the quarterfinals for our C bracket, and they just absolutely stomped the floor against Trying Your Best. Anyways, moving forward, now here's our lineups for the players playing in this series. Fancy United, of course, the Vietnam powerhouse from Ascension. Yes, I can. Fisio, Cruz, Suka, and Jin. So a couple of these names. I think Cruz is the first one that pops out that I haven't seen before from this roster.
So basically, Fancy United, I think they lost Nizzy because he was going to go to academics. You have Suka returning. You have Cruz coming on in. So it's a bit of a retooled Fancy United roster that I want to see how they're going to perform against this squad, Dominatus, because it's a completely new look for Dominatus. Before they had Rayek, if I remember correctly, they made it to the grand finals back in the Indonesian split 2. But this time around, this is honestly unknowns to us. Probably the Indonesian community have seen these guys on the uprise. You got Piors, you got Tupai, you got Golden Blue, Capisha, and Sixkey as well. So I'm very interested to see how Dominus Natus is gonna perform
Dominus
with this
Natus.
new roster. Given
Dominus
the
Natus. Wah,
prestige
ini orang
that the
belibet
name
terus,
made
coy.
throughout the year.
Truly, because I was looking quickly at the previous teams that the Dominatus players have been from. None of them were one of the mainline teams that we see
Yang gue tahu
usually
cuma
from Indonesia. Again, like Bigatron,
gimana sih bacanya tuh?
on esports, and of course Boom Esports that we're seeing right now. So this is going to be another out there kind of team that we're going to be seeing face up against Fancy United here. But I will say, Fancy
Boleh.
United did take a hit in losing Nizzy. Nizzy was one of the players that I do fondly remember, aside from, I think it's Yes I Can, that really was one of the players that really strike or basically made waves for the hearts of the people watching Ascension.
Making waves on the Pacific stage? No, you're absolutely right. Because of those losses, I do believe a bit of creativity from Fantasy United is gone. You don't have that Yoru player anymore. Yes, I Can, though, still an incredible performer. But we've seen from Fantasy United in their offseason, they have dropped some notable matchups that in another offseason tournament, they're not going to be representing Vietnam as a region because they lost in the grand finals. Fantasy United is a vulnerable team right now, and it's up to them to prove that they're ready, or Dominatus will take advantage as we're getting the maps here.
Yeah, truly. Again, as you mentioned, super Fancy, come on, not like this. I thought they were going to be the ones to actually bring out the sunset. But like you said, very entertaining team. Will say as well, one of the teams that really loves to use the Gecko, so maybe we're going to be seeing that here, especially that Bind is the pick of Fancy, one of the maps that we have seen trying to bring this out. We could also see maybe the double controller here. We have seen some favoritism with the Harbor, so maybe a different choice of agents coming into this series. So definitely something to just kind of watch out for. But here you are, guys. 3 maps laid out for you. We'll see if we can get to the third one, depending on how this series goes. Bind, Lotus, and Split with the first map, defending start for Fancy United.
Yeah, and I like this map draft, honestly, for Dominatus. These haven't been the strongest outings from Fancy United. I believe they've only played Lotus once this year, and that's why
Golden
Dominatus
Blue.
picks it, actually. And it just goes to show that Fancy United, they're trying to something I've noticed on Bind that they played recently is go play that Breach and that Sky together, go for that double initiator rather than running the Gecko that they did back in VCT. So I do wonder right now, what kind of Fancy United roster will we get here? Is it going to be a bit more reserved on the usual creativity that we get from these Vietnamese teams? And can Dominatus actually stand toe-to-toe against the Vietnamese representative that went to Ascension a few months back?
Ni. Adiknya top
A little bit more
Golden Blue.
standard from what I was expecting, but still pretty dang decent. I'd say for Bind play at all, because again, the big problem with Bind is if you don't have any landscape changing abilities, it really is very difficult for you to get much value here unless it just is very straightforward that you go, push out, get kill, that's it, you take the site. But it's not as straightforward, especially when teams have counter utility. So seeing right now the Viper being picked up, the Brimstone, a couple of flashes here does give a lot of options for this team to try to do something. I am wondering though, what is going to be the possible Sentinel picks here, because it's only Dominatus that is only looking at the Cypher here for Be Yours, possibly.
I mean, Fancy United used to run a Cypher back in Ascension, but I think the big thing to talk about right now is the fact that Yes I Can is flexing on over to that Sky instead. I remember that they played on Bind, he was on that Omen, and then they run that double controller kind of composition. You get 2 initiators along the way, and these small adjustments right now for Fancy United, it's quite a new look for them in terms of the setup. We, of course, still have the usual Fisher Viper that we always see on this roster, but beyond that, Dominatus is the one that can be the big mystery, because I look back at their previous outings in the
Rayak, nggak ngilang kan subaton dia Rayak. Buat apa ikut turnamen Valorant? Ini mending Apex lah, wih.
From
Nanti
Malaysia
dong Bang Prius.
Nextga. So
Dan
overall,
Esmo si
Dominatus,
Manja
they're
gitu
trying to
dong.
get their
Aku
experience
takut.
against international competition here in this tournament, and I wonder how they're gonna perform right now.
And here's the thing, people I think are starting to forget that this is still a tournament that allows us here in the offseason to bring in the new bloods, the new players. What do we have right now in this Southeast Asia landscape of, new teams, new players wanting to get their toes into the Ascension, into the VCT of it all, right? And this is the perfect tournament to get things started with that. You mentioned how Dominatus started off with a couple of wins with other teams that aren't as known yet in the Southeast Asia scene as a whole. Now they're going up against Fancy United, who still is reforming, but still has some incredibly talented players in their roster. This is definitely going to be a match to watch out for, not only as the not only as viewers but also for the teams as well for that experience.
No, it's the
Dia
biggest test
kota
right now
tunggu
for
Kodel.
Dominatus, truly.
Oh.
And Fancy United, it's their best
Jambu
chance
sama Aldi
also
malaman
to put
kota
the right
katanya
foot
tuh. Oh,
forward
iya.
because the struggles in the local scene, it's honestly questionable given their performance back in Ascension. You would think that this was the super team from Vietnam. Things haven't really gone to the plan that we
Kelas,
expected,
Prius.
especially given
Tapi
that
kamu
there
nggak
are
boleh
these
gitu
new
ya.
members in Cruz as
Semua
well
game
as
itu
Suka, who's returned as I
bagus
mentioned a while
loh.
ago.
Yeah.
But I wonder
Kita
now
nggak boleh
which Fancy
merendahkan.
United will we get here?
Apalagi
Can
Apex.
they go
Apex
back
tuh
to the
Apex.
caliber of play
Kalau itu
that
the
we
best
expect
loh.
from them in the region?
Well, at least looking, if you looked at the
Lama juga
Dominatus
play-nya nih
experience with
Manjay,
previous
Manjay,
teams that they played quite recently, I'm looking at the ones for Fancy. It's been middling, lukewarm. It's like they win one series, they lose another one, and it's been
Yeah.
kind of just happening in the tournaments that they have joined. Anyways, here we go, bind to start.
Yeah, Fancy needs to get rid of that vulnerableness that we've seen in the offseason so far, and this might be best chance because you have explosive players like Jin who gets first blood in the series. So a big pick to start things off. Already stalling the short push of Dominatus. Fishio also prepared right now for the shower. Suka going for the close contact. But Dominatus have evened up the odds. Here comes Capisha. Tupai especially with the flank. And Dominatus make their way towards A.
That was pretty big as well. If Tupai didn't get that kill on the player holding showers, that might have been a different turn here from Dominatus. In any case, Cruz coming in, big flanks from the sky as well. That's going to be Yes I Can. We'll have to see, because Cruz is alone. He's going to have to clear
One enemy
basically
remaining.
lamps by himself, and it doesn't work out. Good damage onto Be Yours. But this does not make Yes I Can's job any easier as he's out in the open and he's been spotted already by the one.
Yeah, jump peeked and now taken down. Dominatus take pistol away from Fancy United. And already you can see for Fancy, a bit of struggles at the start in terms of that staying power. Fisho, he was the one holding on to Shower Tupai, that big pick that you mentioned, giving that opportunity. And as soon as that happens, the cascade from Dominatus, the way that they made that pinch happen towards that A side, it was so quick that Fancy wasn't prepared for it.
They were not at all, because they had such good control on short already, and then it just kind of fumbled as they committed so hard for that, because Suka's initial position there was so close that you knew that it was do or die. If it didn't work out, they're going to lose so much control onto the side, which definitely it did. Flash onto the cam, did not activate
boleh
the
juga
forward,
menang
but
round pistol
might
ya,
have heard maybe Be Yours
Ga-
actually
ga-
placing
ga-
it there
ga-
just to pull the
gari.
lurk. And this is the perfect use for that Cypher on attack. You just don't want anybody to come around the corner once you pressure the other side of the map, giving much needed peace of mind for the Dominatus players.
Yeah, and I think this composition for Dominata is so good on the 4-1 default. You have that double duelist that can be very explosive. The Reyna can help out the Raze in terms of the entry. You have the Sky Flashes to boot. And sure, Dominatus, they're not going to have many chances as soon as they burn all their utility, but it's going to be a big hit coming the way of Fancy on the Antico, especially.
Itu dia loh.
And 6 key.
Rayak kah ini, coy?
Unlock the kill
The
on
next
Tupai.
Rayak kah?
Already here for Dominatus. They're clearing at the site while Cyber Cage into play at the same time. And Tupai caught trying to go for the R's. Jin gets two before he falls. And Cruz also still fighting back. Damage done here for Fancy United. Stellar on the eco so far. And eventually Be Yours will get his kill there. 2-0 for Dominatus to begin the series.
Definitely. Solid hold, though, from Fancy United here. But you're absolutely right. Great start here from Dominatus. I was already expecting them to maybe just be that one team that just rushes out into the site. No form possibly there, but they are looking solid with how they've been approaching these fights, especially that double satchel from 6key. Is that a prelude or a bit of a trailer to what we might see here in this show that they are trying to, well, show to us? In any case, here we go. Started the round for the buy here of Fancy.
Yeah, don't change the channel because this is where things get interesting. Pain Shells though into play. Fisho has to retreat from it. Snakebite also for the stall. It's a similar setup here for Fancy United, like that first round. But now they have the guns to work with. Bucky though here from 6key, and he's just able to make his mark happen. Suka though and Jin on the board. This time around, Fancy United, they're able to win the duels that they would like, and Capiche is the last one standing. 1v2 though, isolates it versus Yes I Can, and a big chance made here by Dominatus. Jin, the only one still standing. Capisha looking to find an angle here. Use the Seekers to get the intel. 6 bullets in the chamber also. goes for a fake plant. Waiting for Jin to swing if ever. So much patience though from Jin. Capisha has to be ready for this if ever. And Capisha finds his mark. The clutch comes with the 4K even. And the bonus is won by Dominatus.
Jeez.
Nonton aslinya di
Tap
ESL
after
Asia.
tap after tap. I honestly thought that it was supposed to be Fancy United. They already got
Nih,
the
ESL Asia.
massive swing of
Apa
kills.
berarti ya?
Greedy push from
Sambil
Fishio, yes,
ngurusin
but
ada
then
yang mau
Suka
beli
somehow gets a couple more kills
Jadi
on
gua nih soalnya.
showers there, on baths. And then out of nowhere, Capisha hits the massive taps on every single player that just went up against him. And not only that, he's 7-0-0 right now. He has gotten no faults at the start of these 3 rounds.
And you can see now, Fancy United, there's explosive.
no.
Ah, itu dia
But
loh.
the judge again! What is up with Indonesian players on the raise with a shotgun? Even in the previous iteration of Dominatus, there was one on Rayek. Now you got it on 6Key. And well, here we go again. B site wide open. Suka, the one playing over Zahuka, has a Vandal in hand. The Dominatus, they're in control right now.
This is so clean from Dominatus. Oh, and I really like, you know, having a little bit of your Sentinel utility, even if you're not Killjoy, just placed on the spike, just to kind of add a little bit more layering to this. And what is already a huge layer, because it's now going to be a 4 versus 5 on that retake. Tupai is in a huge position to actually just hold the contact. There's going to be a refrag, possibly, but no. Cruz hits the shot for the double. And here comes the retake of Fancy United. Turn on its...
Ini Dom Indo bener.
Taking out 6Key though with another one with the judge.
Bukan, Goten, bukan.
Prime
Oh
ready
my God.
and let loose the juice as he gets 3. Capisha though over onto the corner. Time running out here for Fancy United. Cruz though stepping up when he needs to the most. And it's now all up to the sniper, all up to be yours. But behind him, it's Fishio with the ankle. Is it going to be enough
nggak
for
dapat, Ji.
Fancy? It will be very, very close. But you said it yourself. No time, no way. And Fancy cannot find a round whatsoever.
Wow, I had to put the... Sorry, I was just clapping there. That was so clutch from both players. Cruz hitting the double kill on Tupai, as well as, I believe that was Golden Blue. And then you see 6Key able to get a kill inside the tube. Very minimal HP. Hits the showstopper in the oncoming Suka from Hookah. And then Bior on Octagon getting the kill through his tripwire just so that they can secure that round. Absolutely phenomenal from both teams, but at the end of the day, that was a Dominatus round.
And here we go again. 6Key's ready for it. Jin spotted out by the tripwire as Fancy have
Apa namanya beda Bang Kaco? Siapa?
But Fishio, he just blends in
Oh,
with the
playernya
crowd and
beda-
gets 2
playernya beda.
before he's found. From this point on, Fancy with a big chance. They have the advantage. They pick up Tupai who had the spike, and everything's left now to 6Key all by his lonesome. Guardian though picked up along the way to
Satu lawan
get
dua.
that range. Jin though ready for this if ever to jump deep now to get the confirmation. And as the peak comes, it's Jin with the kill. The first round for Fancy United after such a scrappy beginning to this one.
Oh yeah, scrappy, grueling rounds, and we are seeing a great start. These, okay, maybe I'm foreshadowing, maybe I'm just saying it a little bit too early, but I am just having fun with these rounds, man. These are just down to the wire. So much action happening. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're a viewer just watching this, any case, Creds purchase for Dominatus looking a little bit on the lighter side, but they're not stopping. Look at this, the double satchel once again from 6Key. This man is fearless.
He just wants to get in there. Dominatus though at a knife's edge so far in this game in terms of economy, and now it's biting them in the butts. You got Jindo prepared now for the angle, but be yours at Tupai. Explosive picks again from Dominatus, giving them a chance. 6Key, no fear, but it might just be time for a bit of hubris as Fishio will get that one. Does drop down to try and push into shower alongside his teammate, and Fishio is explosive in the shower take. Here comes the Empress though, online from Tupai, uses our power.
Wih, boleh loh Dominatusnya cuy, jago Jir.
It's 2v2 as the Seekers from Yes I Can also looking for a target now. Be yours at Tupai. They want to clear things out, pick up the spike, but Cruz has the angle. 3 now for Tupai, and 1v1. Yes I Can. He's been clutch before from Fancy United. Can he perform now against a monster in Tupai?
Gak tau gue kalau syarat-syarat itu.
Yes I Can. Trying to navigate, moving into lamps. Yes, 5 bullets though in the chamber here. Has right for Tupai.
Bukan resnya, bukan
Moving
Raya.
towards the backside even,
Satu
and
lawan
they're just
satu.
wrapping around one another.
30 seconds
A
left.
ring around the Rosie, but
Oh,
Tupai
he
now.
knows.
He has an inkling of what's going on. And the Reyna, a chance actually to rotate towards B if ever.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen here. Now that he spots nobody, he's just gonna run. And yes, I can. He can run behind him, but he can't run too quickly, just in case
10
Tupai
seconds left.
is looking for that flank. Tupai's not looking
Spike
behind him, though.
planted.
5 bullets still. I don't believe he
Oh,
reloaded
nope.
at all.
Oh no,
He's just
Tupai.
about to
Ya.
Oh.
Kok nggak ngeh
I
deh.
think he overread it.
Yeah, I was thinking Tupai expecting the teleporter play into hookah, right? And then he'd say, okay, CT's where I can go for the reload, reset myself, but yes, I can. Hounding his targets, and the name says it all. He's the one to rely on for fancy. Second round for them.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
It did not get
Paling
overshadowed.
kita nontonnya
The
bentar
play
aja kali ya
that
cuy ya. Satu
Vishio
map aja ya.
did on Shower by himself
Gue jujur penasaran sama Boom doang sih tadi. Boom kapan lagi sih berarti main?
To hold that spike
Tanggal
so that
2.
Dominatus couldn't pick
Anjir,
it up
lama bener anjing.
was again
Oh, ini
thing of
satu.
beauty.
Ini
Still,
nih.
Either
Oh, habis
way,
itu ini dulu.
was just amazing to watch.
Habis itu. Aduh, tanggal 2, cok.
The explosiveness comes in
Besok
bursts.
menonton
You think
ini
with the
kayak
retirement of
agak
Vizzy,
mager
right,
gitu ya sih.
you won't see this from Fancy. Come on, the identity of the team. Make those kind of plays and
Tim
find
gue yang
ways to
terakhir
just
doang.
get immediate kills. We move though towards B side as now Sixkey yet again playing the entry, judge in hand. Keeping, yes,
Kenapa
I
jadi
get
rayak,
at
cok
bay.
dia?
Here's the shotgun now. He's gonna respect that space. And Dominatus, this is their side to take, but the hookah is a problem. 2 from Fancy United. In position, on the high ground. CXC assisted now in his push. Classic out also, but Tupai already getting 2 for his trouble. The pinch perfect from Dominatus. Another one for Be Yours, and they can
Rata
navigate
loh,
their way
cuy.
towards A this time around.
Suka can't really peek that because there's like 3 players going in on their own side of the spawn. Topsy-turvy has this round gone. Fisio's gonna still be at the A site. And there's so many players that he has to try to deal with here. The plant on the back of it, is it out in the
Oh.
open? Yes, it does. So he can't.
Waduh, kata adiknya Aaron.
Right direction.
Woi, yang
Fisio
benar
gets
aja
another.
lu.
One of heaven.
Jagain
Fisio.
gue dong.
Last player
Okay,
standing.
Fisho,
Oh,
another one. Fisho is just on fire
Whoa.
right now from the shower's position. And here he goes yet again. 4 for Fisho. He's read the opposition, but now he's found by
Hampir aja.
Be Yours.
Kok
It got
nggak full
close,
screen
but
sih?
Dominata still
Sorry,
gets it
sorry.
done.
Nggak full screen.
Oh my god, these rounds are going
Gak ada yang
down
ngomong
to
juga,
the
anjay.
wire. Oh. And the call as well for Dominatus to just keep pushing elbow, especially knowing now that, guys, they TP'd. If Jin is in that TP, we cannot plant on B because he got a nade. So we don't really want to get, punished or separated by that. And the decision to just keep pushing and go to spawn worked wonders for Dominatus there up to a certain point where Fisher was just hitting all the shots, but still, right?
Yeah, I feel like Dominatus, they're understanding so well how to clear out these sites. They just need to be careful of Fancy United and their last hurrah plays.
Iya,
That
roster
spike
baru.
plant out in the open, you called it, is so dangerous when you're not clearing out showers whatsoever. We've seen Fisho use that angle again and again. But the problem now for Fancy, they're lacking in the money. They have a few ultimates to work with, yes, but how can they follow up on it?
We'll have to see now in this one.
Pork out.
Another double satchel. No, just a slow creep up on showers there. Ooh, the flash so that they expect that it might be a B. It's only Fischio holding the A site by himself
With a classic.
with a classic.
Oh, bener-bener judge
How's that
only,
gonna
cok.
work?
Real kayak
He
rakyat.
got the 4K a while ago, and you can see the respect Dominatus has for him. The fact they're putting all these forces towards showers just to clear out the angle. They even go for the Seekers and the Trailblazer in a snake bite. Gets the connection. Sixky just navigating on through. Fischio, though, being such a big bane with the poison. Tupai waiting for anyone to peek out if ever. The spike plant goes down. Jindo with the first kill onto the round. Fisho with the flash into the spray down. The traps are beautiful.
Ya
Sixky
Allah.
hopping around yet again. Yes, again, still with the fight back though. And now leads to 2v2. Be Yours playing away. Lineup being set also by the Brim. The Orbital Strike still ready here for Dominatus. A map like mine. It's an insta-win if you can time it right. And Fancy,
Ada
they
ulti
need to
sih.
clear out the angles towards slams if no one's there to go for the oppressive hold. Orbital Strike though, now this is the play. Be Yours, waiting for the timing, waiting for the swing if ever. Yes, I can. Oh, peeks away. Now the Molly's there too. Suka on defuse duty, has to let it go after getting halfway. Be Yours
Gila, ini
9
kalau
of 9
Dominatus
with the
ngalahin
2K
Fancy
for
sih
him, and it's 6-2 as Dominatus
ngarih
gets
loh.
another one.
That was annoying to be on the side of Fancy United. You already know a fully equipped Brim who has saved his Molly, his orbital strike for post plant, especially when you don't have the time to figure out where they are, where he could be. Yeah, and even if you do, he could just run away, right? It's so difficult to deal against that, and you see Fancy being put in that position. There's nothing that they could do to actually get it. And Bior's holding his position on short just to add a little bit more layering is even better.
There.
And here comes Jin now. Aggression is his name, and the rest of Fancy United following suit. Rolling Thunder gonna be the call, and 6 he can't get one. Apparently the full one
Gila.
does, but Fancy,
Mereka
they
punya
found the
taktik sih
cracks
aneh
that
loh.
they need, and now they have the advantage. It's 4v2,
Wah.
and Dominatus answer back in
Wah,
time.
gila,
1v1
hampir.
now, but Fisho,
Fisho
it was
bisa
a
menang, Jin.
fickle round, but Fancy United, they still get it done. Whew.
This game is supposed to be
This
at least
Wildin'.
for it's Wildin, but I will also say it just feels like it should be a little bit more like 3-3, but it's 3-6. Dominatus is still somehow, well, sorry for lack of a better term, dominating this game. That one round a while ago, Fisher
Fancy sebenarnya Fancy ini
it was so close to
ranknya
tie and
beberapa
Golden
ya
Boy hitting some
anak-anak
crazy
ranked
shots.
banget lah.
I think it's an interesting call for Fancy.
Sama mereka punya
Because
sebenarnya
you've seen from
taktiknya
Dominatus,
aneh-aneh
if you
tapi
notice, their
bagus
biggest
sih.
strength
Kayak gini nih.
is playing the
Dia
entry.
bisa nge-smokin ini
Sometimes
terus
they
nih.
struggle in the mid-rounding and
Tadi
some of the
smokin
calls
lagi,
against
jadi
certain
shotnya nggak
angles.
dikasih.
So if Fancy removes that from the equation, takes the fight early on. Yes, it gets scrappy, but we've seen Fancy United get the job done twice already in their 3 rounds. Spike though left behind, an eco state for Dominata. Suka prepared for this push alongside Jin, and they're just so reading this push. The flash comes on out. Suka with the first. Fisho's there with another one. And Fancy United, they hold down the line.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt a lot now that they lost their Sky. Heal's gonna be non-existent right now for Dominatus, especially when they want to get a little bit more control.
Blinded.
Push forward. Ooh, the timing is gonna be sick here, but the double swing and Be Yours gets overwhelmed. Yes, I can. Is he gonna throw out the Seekers or save it for the next one? It's a 5 versus 2. You can definitely at least build a bit of investment here. And 6key's head spotted. The double push.
Okay.
Cruz?
Standing. 30
Okay, he's hitting some shots with the
Okay.
Bucky,
Round B.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. Not this time. Not this round.
Yeah. I mean, he got 1 with the Bucky. It's already impressive to say the least. Again, Dominatus, they lose Rayek, they add 6key. It's the same old story with the Bucky and the Judge. I do wonder though now, what else can Dominatus bring here? We've seen how strong their entries can be, but Fancy has found the answer in 2 different forms. Taking the aggression, playing it back. It needs to be Dominatus finding those immediate picks that have found value to open up these sites here.
Well, they might be able to do that now, especially with the showstopper
Oh, jadi
available
ngebalap
here
gini.
for 6key. And if that happens, if he does get a pick, Neural Theft is possible. You know, ultimate to just kind of create a little bit more opportunities for them. But you can see how well versed Fancy United is into kind of stopping them from getting that quick burst in, because I think they also realize Dominatus is that team that loves to go for those quick burst entries and feed off of that. Fisho has been losing a lot to Pai in this fight in Shower, so he wants to redeem himself in this one. Even though he's a top fragger right now for the game and for the team, losing to Tupai is going to be bad. And immediately look at just how much respect he gives to the Reina.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I can. Couldn't find the tracking 6key with another one, and here we go with Jin with the answer. Explosions around all throughout this B side, but Suka holding down that hookah yet again. It's 1v2 now.
Alas ya,
Rifle picked
boy.
up, but it's a trap.
Ambil senjata
as
dulu.
Suka has set things up and knocked things down.
Alas ya,
Fancy,
boy.
a
Ambil
power
senjata
position,
dulu.
round after round towards hookah here, Asarai.
Man, it is the flight of the Rays. Raising hell, raising everything to the ground. I will stop there. But you can see how much impact both 6key and Jin have been put up here. 11 on both the raises with the kills. Loving that. But you're absolutely right. The punish play for Fancy really is showing a whole lot more here. Dominatus, their options were so many at the start of this round. 4-0, or rather, it started this half. And now it's all been stopped by Fancy, who clearly has adjusted to their playstyle, but maybe a quick push on short could change things.
Yeah, Fancy on recovery, and even more so as Jin starts things off with a frag onto Tupai. So a beautiful beginning here for Fancy. We've seen that this Jin Suka setup towards short has gotten stronger and stronger all throughout the game. And now the Viper Spin making even showers a dead man's zone. Speaking of dead, Jin gets another one. Both duelists down. Dominatos are struggling to find a way in.
This is a really nice
Dari
way to
6 berapa ya?
stop
62 ya?
aggression on short. Capisha, ooh, forces Jin to just back away. I know that we've seen this every single round for Fancy here, but the stun in quick succession there on short by the breach, and then just having the flash just in case they push out, and not even hitting the one player that you have on short is actually pretty smart from Fancy here to utilize.
Yeah, Fancy has every bit of setup in the camera, looking perhaps for Fisher if he
I've got
does
your
dare
trail.
move into shower. Secret Zone gonna be the play. This will immediately call the attention of Fisher. Breaks the first cabbage. Dominatus running out of time here. And with 20 seconds left, they need to push into a Fancy United. They know this is coming. Fisher just hopping on the round alongside Cruz, and Fancy have shut the door on Dominatus. They tie things up at the end, and the first half will be a 6-6 standing.
Switching
I
sides.
like how Fisho knows that if they push that far into his ultimate, a shorty shot is enough, because they'll be
They're
like,
dead.
yeah, they're like 1 HP probably. If they don't rush in, or even if they do, they're just gonna take so much damage from the Viper pit that, you know, you're just gonna say goodbye to the probably worst weapon to die at long range from.
Yeah, Fancy United right now, we're seeing their form a little bit better. They're playing to their strengths especially, and I love how each round we would see the improvement from Jin and Suka. At the start, they were overrun by 6key as well as Capisha. Near the tail end, we would see them adjust their position, put themselves in more safe corners to get utility value first. That's what we expect from Fancy. Of course, Fancy play will be meeting aggression from Dominatus. A triple swing from Hookah to begin the round as we move to the second half here.
Yeah, immediately back away, leaving Biors by himself. No, actually with Capisha here, just in case. But they're starting to rotate bodies once again. Did they nade early on mid? I actually didn't hear they throw the nade. But if they didn't, that means that this might not be too bad, because look at the positioning for a 6key. If they actually plant on the A side, he has a position where his nade, if it's still available, can actually just stop the plant and give maybe an opening here for Dominatus to punish the offense if, again, it goes on the A side. But it's going to go the other direction. Looks like possibly they're bringing that spike to B.
I mean, BRs has a camera to keep an eye out towards the Hookah, but Fisho already in cover here.
Kalau main Thailand keren sih kalau yang juara
Crosses
tim Indo,
way to
benar.
the other side. Fancy United bringing the spike towards that B side. So a 4-1 split for the time being. Noise being made by the Sky. But Fisho spotted by the Cam. Jin now looking to play the entry and bring the spike towards that side.
30
It's
seconds
already
left.
though the Cypher of Biors over at
Weh, di atas.
also pushing. No fear, but it will be Jin humbling his opposition. A big pick from Fancy United to begin the round. 5v4, the swing comes in triplicate, but Fancy United, they're ready for this. Gold and blue fighting back. It's 1v2, but
bullets.
runs out of bullets, runs out of
Jadi
life.
kebalap gini,
And
cuy.
pistol goes Fancy United's favor.
Man, that was clean from Fancy. They throw out everything in the perfect positionings. Fishio with that smoke on Cubbies, just anybody's just hovering there, maybe even inside tube is not going to feel comfortable at all to push out just because of the HP degradation as well as just it being a smoke. And then again, as you mentioned, Jin, no fear, having so much at his leisure. to
Adiknya
help
Aaron
support
marah nih,
that
nge-push nih,
on the
nge-push nih
B
berlima
side.
nih.
Absolute thing of beauty. But here comes the 5-man push from Dominatus on short.
Yeah, Dominatus throwing caution to the wind, and now they're ready to get into the meat grinder. Jin, 1, 2, 3, it's easy for him.
Tawan.
Goes for the fourth, give him the
Es.
ace. And yes, I can take it away. We
Look at
haven't
him,
gotten.
Jin.
Diciduk
Oh
manja.
no, we haven't gotten an ace throughout the day so far, Asurai.
Sad.
Uh,
My day's ruined. This tournament's ruined. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. It's been amazing. If you're just tuning in and you haven't watched the first series, just check
Akhirnya
the past podcast,
coy,
and you're in
kejual
for a treat.
coy.
Boom was just insane there. But yes, this this day one's been good.
Rayak.
yeah, and Jin is showing again why he's
Kan
been
dia
such a
RRQ kan
traveler
sebenarnya.
throughout his career.
Udah nggak ada Dominatus
PH
yang
for
lama tuh
quite
udah
a
nggak ada.
while, going to Fancy United when he returned to Vietnam. And truthfully, one of the star duelists in the Vietnamese scene for good reason. He just gets so explosive in any kind of situation. 21 kills to his name even.
Udah beda
Absolutely.
semua
They didn't
playernya
start
sekarang.
like this, at
Right
least
here.
for this, the start of this map. He was looking a little bit cold, maybe shocked at how fast Dominatus has been with their offense. But this is where you do tend to also give Fancy the credit of they were also pretty fast at adjusting. That 0 to what was it, 4 or 5 turned into a 6 to 6 at the end of the half.
I mean, it's a stellar recovery here for Fancy United.
Here.
And Dominatus on the other end are the ones on the back foot. Bonus time here for Fancy also. And Dom, you're just waiting now for someone to come their way. Fancy, though, have rotated accordingly as a full unit. They're coming in from short. They have the Viper wall set up. And with a fault line and Trailblazer to clear out lamps, Fancy United are comfy with the space that they're taking here.
And this damage on Tupai is not going to help his case at all. Maybe. No, he still hits the shot. Absolutely amazing for Tupai right there.
30
6key
seconds.
helping
Jadi
it out.
kebalap
Throws
gini dah.
out the satchel just to stop the
Aduh,
line of
pusing
Ever.
nggak dah Hode. Oh,
They have
nice
another
banget
one.
di Ledger,
Just
tapi
displaces them, but they do not displace. Yes, I
Aduh,
can.
pusing
Scoring
tuh.
position on lamps. And this lamp is not gonna get
Ah,
opened up.
seperti yang
No
busuk nih,
G
Jay.
will be had for Dominatus and Fancy United striking back hard 9-6.
Oh, you're witty, wordplay. But it seems like Fancy United have made 3 wishes in the past few rounds. See, I'll go with it. And exactly what I was talking about, the fact that they have that Viper wall to keep their cross so covered and so safe. Added to the breach and the Sky's Trailblazer, Lamps is free for Fancy United to take. And it was up to Tupai to stop the plant in its tracks. With that not happening, Fancy was just in control, and they have gotten a 7-round win streak over the past 2 halves here, Asarai. It's all Fancy right now.
They're so fancy, and they already know. They're in that fast lane. You know?
From LA to Tokyo, or in this case, from Vietnam to Indonesia. Still no Cruz.
Oh, wow.
That's a big pick. Fancy United again. For some of their newer members, especially Cruz, seems to have been so good at finding those kills. Yes, I can, though. The form is back.
I got this
The
one.
name is there. And the 2K has opened up A.
This is bad for Dominatus. Yes, I can. Getting into that groove once again. And here's also a difficult thing in this match for both of the teams. If you make a mistake, or rather, if you get a pick and you get picked off, you can get healed by your
Enemy
teammate.
remaining.
In any case, Tupai, let's see.
Yeah.
1 tap, 1 kill.
No
Ah,
way. Tupai's inside. The flash is there.
Oh.
And okay. Tupai's still fighting.
Ah!
Oh, no,
Oh, anjir di pisau Jing.
Tuka.
Gak ada akhlaknya bangke.
A little bit of Tondo here in the lounge, but Fancy
the
United
fuck,
make it
bro?
10 here, Asarai.
Jahat bener.
But completely stop Dominatus. Oh, we do have tactical timeouts in this tournament.
Oh yeah,
What was-
that's a thing.
what
Where
was
was
I
that last
thinking?
game?
All right. In my defense, I haven't casted in months, and
No,
we
I
didn't
mean-
see it in the last game. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Where was
in the
this
last
last
series.
series?
Dicucuk manja, Cin.
It kind of just ended 13-2 without any timeouts, but you understand why Dominatus is taking this timeout. It's just been Fancy United from, what, 6-3, 6-4, if I remember correctly, to the
Yeah.
10-6 standing.
Yeah.
And Fancy overall, it's just so oppressive how they get these strong positions, especially towards A. Lamps is Fancy's territory. It's Fischio setting that up so well for him. The picks coming on in from Cruz along the way. This double control is getting value all across the map into the post plant because of how Fancy's been playing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree with that. And there has been, again, Dominatus is that team. We already know that the way that they structure or the way that they approach their plays, even on their defense, is just to be aggressive. 3-man push altogether. But it hasn't been working because Fancy, it's either they got the timing, it's either they're just aware of it, they're ready for it, and they just keep winning those frags. Look at these, the kills right now for Dominatus. They've been, again, so much welled up in the first half, and it's all but stopped. 12 kills on Tupai is the best that they can get right now, or the highest that they can get right now as of the moment.
Yeah, it's been explosive from Dominatus in the beginning of the map, but right now it's more so a whimper from the
Diras balik
Chin
Chok mainnya.
bringing in the boom with the showstopper, launches it
Ostrep,
towards elbow,
Ostrep.
keeping the sky at bay. And Fancy United, a quick take towards B already, but
Aduh,
job's not
susah
done.
dah.
Vision with Poison Cloud
Double
also.
smoke.
It's already such a setup for Fancy
Ambil
United.
elbow
We've
lagi.
seen this from Fancy. They're ready for the
Hmm.
openings, and the flash comes in. Jin is ready for this one. Capisha though, fight back, Cruz with the trade. It's
Susah
now
ini.
4v3. Cloud though preventing Gold and Blue from navigating through. Cruz instead gonna be that contact alongside Suka. All out, Sixky makes it happen. Sixky with another one. 2 for him so far, 2v2 even. And Fisio crouched down ready to catch him off guard. Everything left though, it's Gold and Blue. And let's see what Dominatus can do here. Fisio shooting the wall, trying
Wah,
to hold the
songong.
opposition.
Adiknya Top G dimain-mainin cuy, songong cuy. Belum aja Top G akan membantai dia ya cuy.
And 11 now for Fancy United.
Man, Sixky was starting to pop off. At some point there, I thought he was going to hit the shot on Fischio, but the crab walk just was the better of the two. Couple of good hicks from Dominatus, but the set play from Fancy was so smooth, so clean. Again, that it just bullied out Dominatus on the site, not even giving him any opportunity to get any value there whatsoever. Even if they didn't have the showstopper, I think the effect would have still
Habis
been
ini
the
kita
same.
nyantui dulu ya cuy ya.
How well
Kayaknya gua
the
mau
positioning and
off stream
the setup was from Fancy.
mandi dan segala macam. Mungkin kalau emang ada main nanti kita main. Ayo kita live lagi ya.
Especially here now on the attacking side. It's been unrelenting effectively. As soon as Fancy gets the site, gets that spike
Tapi
down,
nggak ada orang,
the
anjay.
round is effectively over. Dominatos have struggled to play in the post plant. And Tupai taking a different page now in this game. Fisho, oh, he saw the leg. He saw the leg, and the shorty's enough to get the first. Oh, Fisho's
Double
not
up.
done.
He can get the punish here very
he's so
easily,
ready.
and he does. I gotta ask that. How did he know Tupai was
it's-
gonna be there?
Look, Fisho is a master of Viper. Truthfully, sometimes I think he's a one-trick at it from his
Wah
play
ini
history so
tertahan
far.
6
but
gini cuy dari
he
6-2 loh.
just knows how to find every single bit of expertise in it. Just
Yeah.
knew where the Poison Cloud opening was. And you saw it, right?
Lele,
He was
dimain-mainin.
keeping an eye on where it would clip. Those are the crazy things that
Wow, they're
Fancy's so
trolling,
confident.
right?
They're so everything is so different here for Fancy United compared to the first half. And they are
Wah.
now one round away taking this map.
Ngil banget nih Panji
Sorry, not
United.
trolling. That was
Minta dibantai manja nanti dia
tactic
kalau
they
dia menang
have
ini.
used to bring
temu
out
boom
60
kan?
from
Ah.
South.
Tactical
and-
fake plant multiple times.
Exactly. That's value.
That's value. Come on, you hear the sound cues like, no way he's doing this to me.
Oof. Big oofs. All right, 12 to 6. The
Suka.
tables have definitely turned at this point, and looking at that, it was only the great start from Dominatas, but Fancy, they pulled it under the rug once again. And we have not moved an inch in terms of the rounds for Dominatas in the second half, or excuse me, yeah, in the second half. So you gotta do something.
Fancy United, they're ready to just end this one already. The boombot's there, the spike plant is so quick even, and now the Viperman is into play.
Aduh,
Even
dibalas
while
langsung
you
meninggal.
spam, you die. Cruz just marks his target. This has been so strong for Fancy United, whether it be the attack and the defense. Fisher doing it yet again, and the countdown to the Dominatus destruction is on.
They have a showstopper. They can
Wah,
use
najis
60
sih,
right
dia
now. If they can
ultinya
get
di
into
situ.
showers, I know it's a little
Vipernya
risky.
mainnya jauh
He
banget
can
tuh.
pressure everybody to get out of dodge, but no, it's only good for the one.
He took that risk, and it will just be Capisha instead, making the trade work. Time running out, and Fancy
Susah.
United, they're just so ready for this one. It has just been
Ah,
a
GG.
streak to remember, and a recovery.
GG boys. Kita lanjut nanti malam ya. Kalau misalnya main gue live lagi, oke? Gue istirahat dulu, mandi, oke? Nyantai-nyantai dulu, oke? Oke cuy, see you nanti malam. Kalau misalnya RP ntar gue live RP main sama yang lain. Oke, aman aja. Bye bye semuanya. Nanti kalau ada match boom lagi kita nonton pasti di tanggal 2. Dadah.